Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Tonight's game is The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's summertime, it's sunny, the weather's beautiful, so many things outdoors to see and do. But it's all a trap, so please stay inside and watch the stream instead. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I see that over on Twitch, Extemporaneous was here first and early with a lurk and a random Transformers check. Predaking G1. I feel like we need to wait till Vera's here. I'm looking at my camera. It's so weird. I got a haircut today. I feel like it might have gotten cut a little bit too short. I might have gotten a little bit overboard on shorter. It's summertime. But yeah, Predaking, he's a combiner of Predacons. They're like Decepticons that turn into beasts of prey. Queen Katie rated with a party of 6! Welcome, Queen Katie! I don't know if we have any of our mods here yet, so let me go ahead and I'll do a shout out for you. How you doing, Queen Katie? I didn't realize you were streaming tonight. What were you playing? What were you doing? Let's see, you were playing... Oh, I did the... Why'd I do a raid message? I'm supposed to do a shout out at Queen Katie. I don't know. My brain is all over the place. My brain is mush, but there we go. There is the shout out. Let's see what Queen Katie was doing. Oh.
But yes, I'm here chill.
I don't find it funny, but considering I have an odd sense of humor, I can play that for a joke.
Yeah, clearly this man is autistic. Which only makes him even more likable.
Hey! And he laughs.
I love you!
I can recognize that game. That is Reverse 1999, right? I'm pretty sure, probably. It says you were streaming art. I didn't realize you were streaming. How did it go? Queen Katie! So welcome, Raiders. I don't know if anybody here is new to the channel. If you are here for the very first time, my name is Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We're good friends with Queen Katie here. We're tonight going to be starting the final case of the first game of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So it's some exciting stuff. Feel free to hang out, or if you need to take off, feel free to do that. I'll also pop our link tree into the chat. Has all of our social media, including a Discord invite, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all that good stuff. And I'll copy it over to YouTube as well. And I'll read every comment in chat. I'm always behind, so we're just starting, so I'm just reading some chat. Thank you, Queen Katie. How is the art? What were you working on? Let's see. But yeah, so Oak, that's who Predaking is, and also, Extemporaneous. And Extemporaneous gives us a would you rather? Would you rather have universal respect or unlimited power? This is a tough one, because I feel like unlimited power is unlimited power. It sounds selfish, but at the same time, universal respect sounds great, but there's not a whole lot you can really do with that. Unlimited power, you could make a real positive impact on the world, whereas universal respect is yeah, everybody loves me, hey! So maybe unlimited power? Again, it sounds like a supervillain answer. But then you could do good things and get respect. Oak says, hey, Longa, and then the whole command. Omari said, guess who's back? Back again, it's me, y'all. How are you doing, Omari? It's been a while. Welcome. And Magpie says, Magpie flying in, how we doing? I'll read some more. How you doing, Magpie? Thank you for flying in. I'll read some more on Twitch in just a second. Let me take a look over YouTube chat. See, Valtube says, hi. Derma says, morning. And Rivulet says, hello. How you doing, Valtube, Dermo? Rivulet. Derma says, should be getting a rare YouTube clip in this stream. One of the last two. Okay, so this gotta be like an old clip that was from before YouTube got rid of clipping. And Frozy says unlimited power. So how is everybody? Extemporaneous, Oak, Omari, Magpie, Queen Katie, Valtube, Dermo, Rivulet, Frozy, and anyone else who has come in since I started reading chat. Welcome. How y'all doing? Omari says, glad you joined the party to Magpie. And there's Queen Katie saying, watch out, the Queen of Raids and her bats are flying into your kingdom. Enjoy the raid. And then Magpie says, at least you ask for it shorter in the summer. I have a habit of asking for it super short in the middle of winter like a fool. No, every summertime, I'm always like, it's hot outside. You gotta cut it short. I need less hair to retain the heat. But then I look at it, it's like, is it too short? It always takes a few days to grow in. See, Oak says, I made a song remixing that one scene from Diary of a Wimpy Kid 2 where Roderick spells door as D-O-R-E. See, I still haven't seen any of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I'm assuming there's more than one Wimpy Kid possible. I haven't seen any of the Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies. I'm sorry. Quicken says, I had a good time with just chill art stream listening to Detective Conan music. I finished 2 drawings. Nice. What were they of? If you don't mind me asking, you're going to post them in the Discord? Okay. We should get into the game. We're about to start the adventure of the unspeakable story, which looks like based on the thumbnails we saw last time is going to be based on the Sherlock Holmes story, The Hounds of Baskerville. I don't remember much about that story. I know I read it in high school, possibly elementary school. I'm not sure, but I don't remember a whole heck of a lot about it. I am hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping there'll be a bit of a time skip here, because like everything has been happening within the first few days of arriving in England. Last case ended with us getting a room, getting an office at Sherlock Holmes's place. I'd love it if we fast forward a bit of time and it's like, okay, we've got our office, we're all settled in, we're good, we're doing lawyer things. Because I don't know, I just want the idea that there's more going on out in the world than we're seeing. But anyway, so that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and load up the game from where we left off. I'm assuming there'll be a nice intro cutscene that'll have Sherlock Holmes narrating a Sherlock Holmes story, but I've learned anyway now the gimmick behind it, and that whole gimmick is that whatever we see in the Sherlock Holmes story is not what's going to happen. So it can't be that. Yeah, and you can see in the background there's our office now. So the adventure of the unspeakable story. Y'all ready for the cutscene? I think I'm ready. I'll talk to you again in just a minute, chat. Let's go. Episode 5. Start playing from the save game data. Yes, loading. Please do not turn off your PC. The Hound of the Baskervilles. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-eyed body was outlined in white-hot flames. Just in time.
It's coming!
Ah!
Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited breathlessly in the stillness.
Oh.
The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared.
Dog.
From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us.
Dog.
A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen.
Big dog.
Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. For this is the diabolical Hound of the Baskervilles.
Oh no. So watch, there's gonna be like a small dog or a cat. Maybe it's the calico that we saw at Soseki Natsume's place. Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. Oh, we are doing a time skip. Okay, so we're established as lawyers. It's great. We're at our final. We are the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles Adventures Part 1, the first game. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country. And in Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. Lost every case after that. Really suck as a lawyer. Starting to second guess my choices. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. I mean, better than full of murders. I hope we got a Charlie the Plant. That is, until a big dog came, right? Until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. Hope it's from, like, Kazuma's ghost. 15th April, 9:13 a.m., Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Started reading the word before I knew it was going to be, knock, knock, knock! Who is there? Oh, we got a pot of tea on and everything. That morning, this is cozy. I mean, it still looks like an attic. Oh, look, we have Daruma. Remember when I was telling you guys about those Persona 5 and how you make a wish, you paint in one eyeball, then you paint in the other one, the wish comes true? Told you about it, Persona 5, then I got interrupted and attacked. So we got that. We got some scales of justice. We got some type of aquarium over here. A lot of onions and or garlic. I hope it's garlic, and that's what keeps Van Zeeks away. We got a big blue thing here. And then, yeah, tea, and I don't know what that is. Maybe a bell, an inkwell. I don't know. Maybe it inks well, maybe it inks poorly. I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, that's right, he doesn't get any lines. You can imagine him. Probably like telegram delivery for you, sir. Oh. Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange.
I'm gonna jump out this window. I'm gonna jump right out this window.
Susato-san!
Shut up, I'm jumping out this window. Ah, yes! Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today?
I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I?
Oh, no, of course not. No, you suck at your job. How silly of me. But I think Iris said she'd make us breakfast this morning.
Oh, it's me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. Okay, so she's hiding something. It's got to be something related to Kazuma and his, like, unfinished business, right? Now that we've got some background music, I'm going to read a couple more comments in the chat. Let's see, over on Twitch, Omari says, Raiders, raid Shadow Legends. I think I mentioned before, I've gotten emails offering, like, to do a sponsorship, like, sponsor stream for Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, and part of me wants to do it and to just, like, basically give up getting paid anything for it and just knock the game and just, oh, this is awful. This is the worst, huh?
Oh, I'm sure you will do this anyway, but I beg of you, check the shovel when you can. It has my fave dialogue of whimsy for reasons you will figure out, Tilda.
Okay, Tilda. I will. Wait, is there a shovel in here? Oh, yeah, I see it. It's over by the window there. Okay, yeah, we will do that. I will try to make sure to click the shovel if it gives us the moment it gives us the opportunity to inspect the room. Thank you very much, Queen Katie, for the 10 bits. Oak says, what does unlimited power mean? It means you're Senator turned Emperor Palpatine. You can zap Force Lightning. I think that's it. And, like, send Mace Windu out the window. Kuya says, the first drawing was a character from Genshin. Second drawing was a redraw of an old drawing I did of the Persona 4 protagonist. And the third one is of Iris from this game. Still undone, though. Well, she's still undone. She's just little. She's not finished baking yet. Oak says, like, what kind of power? Omari says, no man should have that much power. It's been too long. Magpie says, universal respect is how you get cults and leadership, TBH. I don't want a cult, and I really don't want the responsibility of leadership. So probably, yeah, just unlimited power. And then I can maybe just generate electricity with my thoughts, and then I don't have to pay electric bills anymore. Quick said, BRB real quick. I spilled something during the stream. I have to clean it up. Well, see you when you get back, Quick Katie. Clean that spill. Let me take a look over the YouTube chat. Dermo says, they're both spoiler clips I made in case 1. Wow, okay, so it's gonna be something that I either guessed or foreshadowed or did some in case 1. Rivulet said, probably gonna fall asleep mid-stream, but I'm excited for case 5. I'm excited for you to be here as much as you can be, Rivulet. If you fall asleep, you probably needed the sleep, so make sure you're taking care of yourself, but thank you for being here. Derma says, Rivulet, I'm also conked, but I can't miss the opportunity to post my clip. Is it gonna happen like really soon? And Rivulet says, and I can't miss the start of case 5. Oh, so this is the start. Okay, and Frulzy says, in all caps, remember to turn on the costume so they surprise you in the next Chronicle when you inevitably forget that you turn them on. I need to do that. In fact, I'm going to make a note of that. There we go. Thank you, Frulzy, for that reminder. Thank you. Okay, let's play a little bit more, and then I'll be back to both chat soon. But how are all of ya? How's your week going so far? How was your Wednesday? I don't care about your Tuesdays. We already talked Tuesdays. How was your Wednesday? Your first part of Thursday? But I think Iris said she'd make us breakfast this morning. So, shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes's suite?
That'd be sweet. Yes! Iris makes the most delicious breakfast foods.
She does, doesn't she?
And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court and fighting fit form.
Wait, we don't have court today. Why do you want us to go to court?
Let me see, what case is it today?
Here we go again. Is she just in denial that we are failures at our job after 2 successful cases? Oh yeah, now we can examine stuff. Apparently we gotta look at the shadow. Or not shadow, excuse me, why did I say shadow? Shovel, they both start with a sha. So we gotta look at the shovel. That spade has been here since we started renting the place.
Oh, that's not a spade, Naruhodo-san. It's a step spade.
Is that what this is? Is this gonna be the new ladder, step ladder?
It's a shovel.
Is she gonna say something about my narrow-minded assumptions? No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade.
Huh, no, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel.
I think she's right. Shovels are for scooping. Spades are for digging. Spades are like gardening tools, right?
I don't want to dig a...
Oh, it's me talking. I don't want to dig a hole for myself, so let's leave it. That's totally ladders and step ladders again, isn't it? That's totally ladders and step ladders. Let's keep examining and stuffs before we head downstairs for breakfast. Well, okay, so what's this on the ground? Looks like some type of a mixing bowl with one of those like stamping things for grinding up stuff. Maybe, I'm gonna guess it's for making tea. So this is the tea set that Susato-san brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it.
That's right, Logan. It's the ancient ritual that is ladder versus stepladder debate. You'll see more of it in the feature of Great Ace Attorney Maria, but shovel form.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Why? Why do we have to do this? I mean, to be fair, okay, so I guess Ryunosuke is Phoenix Wright's ancestor. I guess it'd be too much, though, if Susato was somehow Maya's ancestor, because we already know her lineage. It's the Fae clan. It, like, goes back to Kurain and all that stuff. But that's what it is. Okay, at least it's not ladders again. That it is something different. Shovels and spades. But I think Susato is totally right. Spades are for scooping. Or excuse me, spades are for digging. Shovels are for scooping. Now I'm confused. P.S. Thank you for the 10 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter.
Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruhodo-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know. I don't like to see you screw your face, though.
Okay, I guess she's even nice about it. Let's take a look at the stove where it's boiling water. It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. But I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle.
Oh, would you like some tea, Naruhodo-san? You better not put any sugar and milk in it.
Thank you, Susato-san, but I'm all right for now. With the green tea Susato-san makes me from time to time, and Iris's unique herbal infusions, this place is paradise for a true tea lover.
Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think?
I could go for some tea cakes. Okay, can we click the actual Daruma, or is that just thing I'm looking at the desk? Oh, we got it! The Daruma doll I brought with me from home, still with only one eye colored in. So that means our wish hasn't come true yet. I said I'd color the other eye once I won my first court case here in Britain, but I don't care that happened. It felt wrong, and then McGilda died.
But you have one, haven't you? Twice, in fact.
Because I feel as though I'm still lacking as a lawyer. I tell you what, why don't you color the other eye in once you think I'm a proper, fully fledged lawyer? It's also odd that, like, because he didn't have that dream until, like, after Kazuma died, but he brought that from home? He had that before for a long time? A big old one that size with no eye at all? For that long?
If you insist.
Okay, now I hope that when the game ends, we're gonna have like an image, a little cutscene image of Susato coloring in the Daruma. Desk! We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already. Biro!
Okay, 46 months. I can feel movement in my man wound. I declare Logan to name my next subscription baby. I hope I didn't miss much smile.
Oh yeah, well, okay, so I have 9 months to do that, right? Because 45 was your 5th baby. This is the beginning, the first stage of gestation of your next subscription baby. What should we name it? Should be, since we're playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, it'd be something classical, like from a famous old-timey novel, like Moby Dick. It's not gonna be the name Moby. It's not gonna be the name Dick. It should be a different name, and it's not gonna be Captain Ahab. It should be Queequeg. That was one of the guys on the boat, right? Queequeg? I think he was a cannibal. Yeah. Queequay Viroson. But thank you very much, Vero. How are you? Thank you for being here. Okay, I should read some chat. My brain cannot focus on anything today. I don't know why. But I'm so glad to have you guys here. Let me read some more. Let's see. Magpie says, I'm doing all right. I'm on day 8 without ADHD meds, but I've just gotten them, so I'll take them tomorrow and hopefully have a productive day tomorrow. Has your body been, like, adapting? Is it, like, not as bad as it was when you first went off of them, at least? Magpie says, I think your haircut looks good, Logan. Oh, thanks. It's shorter. It is certainly that. But thank you, Magpie. Bumbo says, I'm playing Deltarune again. Bumbo, you gonna play Chapter 5 as soon as it comes out, so I'll be able to play it. I assume I'll want to give you guys at least a little bit of time in between the release, because the release the June 20-somethingth. But I want to play it. I want to play it so bad. Omar, he says, time skip? Is that a JoJo reference? Yes, JoJo, the first anime ever to do a time skip. But they've also skipped like other like universes, right? Isn't Steel Ball Run a different continuity? Bubba says, how y'all prepping for Chapter 5? If you're excited, I'm prepping by encouraging you guys to play it so I can play it. Oak says, I prepared a bunch of save files a few months after Chapter 3 and 4. Queen says, all right, I'm back. Welcome back, Queen Katie. And Oak said, I have a full 100% pacifist save and a weird route save. Queen said, everything has been vacuumed, lol. And Oak says, both with all the secrets and stuff. Well, apparently I've been missing secrets, like some of those eggs, I guess. Let me take a look over YouTube chat. Oh, I gotta scroll up just a little bit here. Reveal it says, sus. Derma says, all publicity is good publicity, though, Logan. At least they'll see it. At least they'll see it that way. I mean, there are limits to all things. Like, there is bad publicity. If you are like caught red-handed murdering somebody. Although then again, I guess Charles Manson still had ladies wanting to get with him, even though he was an evil son of a gun. And then Derma says, Logan, you already run a cult. YouTube chat. White square, white square, white square. I've told y'all, no culting. Valtube says, I can't believe we're already in case 5. This game is too short. It's weird because I was also looking, this is our 20th stream in this, though. We have been playing for a while, but this first game in this collection does seem very, very short. And then Derma says, that is absolutely a shovel. It sure looks like one. Aren't spades like smaller too? They're like, at least the ones I've seen for gardening are like hand spades. I don't know.
You could tidy up in it once in a while.
Susato-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. I always say that all the time. Making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies.
Oh yeah, here's a bit of a life update. Apparently my eye condition is rare.
Oh.
It's really funny seeing a senior doctor bringing in students and start listing off symptoms and ask them what it is.
Oh, that is a bad sign.
So far, no one got it yet. I hope by the last day I go to the ER to get
steroids, at least one student will get it. That is a bad sign where it's like, all right, students, you gotta see this. This is so messed up. You gotta see. I hope your eye gets better. I mean, it sounds like they do know what it is, though. And there is treatment, so it should be fine, right? It's just rare. It's not like rare as in deadly, like no one survives it, but just rare as in very uncommon, right? I hope your eye is getting better and that the MRI keeps making Undertale/Deltarune noises for you, but thank you for the 10 bits. And Vero, just remember what I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. Always say that, all the time, constantly. Like, I meet a girl on that rare occasion. I'm like, hey, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And she's like, I don't like you, go away. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. And you could listen to podcasts.
And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework.
She wins, but I'm supposed to be the lawyer here. She is better at it than us, that is for sure. Okay, let's rotate around a little bit. We can't look at the trunk specifically, so we got this desk. We got the door over there. Okay, let's look at the desk. Ah, this must be the telegram. Let's see. Ah! Oh, it's suicide. Ah!
No! You mustn't look at that! Not under any circumstances!
All right, I won't. Ha! Somebody's been telegramming her nudes.
I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san, but you can be very mischievous at times.
How is reading a telegram mischief? And put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it. Okay, so it looks like it was addressed specifically to her then. Okay, let's look at this door back here. You know, I've never seen inside your room there, Susato-san. I've never even peeped inside.
Good! It's a Goyle's room. I should think so too! A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know, and occasionally leaving bras lying around on the bed.
Oh, whatever you say, young maiden. Okay, we had an aquarium. And I'm sure this is all useless, but I just like seeing all this stuff. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind there. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well. And the anemones, too.
It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea behind glass inside your room. Another example of Great Britain's greatness.
Having to clean it out and change its water isn't so great, though, is it? Wonder if is that our Charlie the plant? Okay, and we can't even click that. So I think that looks like that's everything. Nothing left to click in here. We got the shovel, we got this. Oh, okay. So let's converse. Oh, can we present our badge, or not our badge, our armband to her? Present!
It means a great deal to me, you know. That you cherish his armband so. It's not yours. It is not yours. But you cherish his armband so, and wear it each time you appear in court, and every day. And I've been told you wear it and only it into the shower.
Well, it's very important to me. It's what shows that I'm a lawyer. And whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength through Kazuma. I absolutely can't be without it, especially when I'm at a critical point in a trial.
But just the other day, I noticed you wearing it when we went to visit that park.
Sometimes I forget to take it off. Okay, that was cute. That was nice. Let's converse and then we'll move and get out of here. The telegram. So, what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean.
Oh, a telegram. A telegram? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
It sounds like it's about a case, and maybe that's why she keeps saying we gotta go to court. I don't know. It's okay, awkward silence. Sorry, but you're not gonna get away with that. Hey, calling her out on it.
Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact.
Huh?
Lamau, yes, I'm fine. It's just rare as in very uncommon. Not every day your white blood cells determine your eye nerve to be a virus and chip at it. Again, it's rare but common enough for senior doctors to know but for new doctors to not consider.
Okay, I have heard that your eyes are one of the type of organs that you do need like a separation between it and your immune system because your body would not register it as part of you and would attack it. I have heard that. I didn't know that does actually happen to people though. So it is messed up. There are all sorts of things like that. Also, like when you have a pregnant woman and the placenta, I think, is like to protect the womb from it because like the body instinctually realizes like, oh, that little baby in there. That's not me. That is not part of me. I'm immune system. I protect me, not other things. And so like, so yeah, I mean, at least it's only happening to one eye. But now when it gets better, will there be permanent damage or will it just be back to normal? Hopefully, fully. We get to wear like a cool eye patch or a monocle or something like that. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vera. I'm gonna read a couple more comments in the chat. Let's see. Queen Gator says, so had I had a sub still, I would have said, hey, I got a fun fact about this Sherlock Holmes intro, but it's too long and it's sub-only content in the Discord. But I ain't subbed anymore. Wait. It's sub-only content in the Discord? Wait, huh? Did somebody say, hey? Is that what it is? Wait, what? Oh, so you were gonna post it in the subs... Oak says, I have therapy tomorrow, so I might not be able to stay the whole night, but I'll stay as long as possible. Thank you for being here as long as you can be, Oak. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry. So what was she saying?
Yeah, nothing interesting. Boring, in fact.
And then Omari says, Raid gives so much money, though. I'm sure it does. it just delights me the idea of doing a sponsored stream for them and then just like ragging on the game. Unfortunately, it would probably like be so unprofessional that nobody else would ever want to do a sponsored stream with you as a streamer ever again. But yeah, Shiny said, watch out, Queen of Raids that are about to fly into your kingdom. Enjoy the raid. Welcome, Shiny! Omari said, YouTube removed clips. Yeah, they removed the feature. Like, you can't clip things. Like, the clips you've already made are still there, but you're no longer able to make clips. They made an announcement. They took it away. I think they said that they're eventually going to bring it back, but in the interim, there's like, well, you can still like post a link to a video that includes a timestamp. If I had to guess, and I theorized this before, I'm guessing it's because that they figure they can get more revenue, especially ad revenue, out of you if the clip doesn't have an end time. And because if you just post a timestamp where it starts, then you watch the funny thing and the video just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. But if it's like a clip, it like starts and then stops. See, speaking of YouTube and revenue and things like that, am I hearing correctly? Did you guys hear about this? That apparently Chrome, which by the way, most browsers are like cannibalized code from Chrome these days. That Chrome, like its next update or one of the future updates, is going to completely get rid of the ability to do most ad blockers. That it's just not going to work anymore. Can anybody confirm this? It sounds actually nightmarishly awful. And Quiggin says it was popcorn crumbs that got spilled early in the stream as soon as I started, so I couldn't really stop to clean it up. Lesson learned: to clean room before I stream. Just do what I do. Don't clean room. Leave Transformers on the couch behind you for playing with while you watch anime. Over on YouTube, Reveal It says, shovels are for digging holes, spades are for playing cards, and sandcastles and trowels are for planting seeds. Maybe I was getting a spade confused with a trowel from the sounds of it. Frilzy says, on the mention of subscription babies, that reminds me that a certain someone is about to have a baby in Tomodachi Live. Aw! Anyways, on totally unrelated note, what would you name a baby with Gallica? Well, on my island, the me of me and Gallica had a baby, and I let the two of them pick it, and they had a daughter, and they named her Mirai, M-I-R-A-I. So I guess that's like in my island's canon, the name of their daughter together. I don't know what name I would have picked, but like I respected the two of them's agency. And Derma says, reveal it depends on the country. Spanish playing cards have coins, clubs as in a bat? Oh, like a club. Swords and goblets? Is this for real? I thought the 4 suits of playing cards were universal for all countries. Really? You have coins, clubs, like bat clubs, like coins, bat clubs, swords, and goblets. Wow. Okay, let's get back to the game for a little bit. I'm gonna have a sip of water, and I'll be back to chat soon. I feel like I learned so much from you guys, and from this game.
Ahem. It was just a boring old telegram.
That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing.
I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Probably when you're dying.
All right, I understand. I hope there is a reason that she's not telling us. I always hate it in like fiction when people are cagey and dishonest and don't tell you things for no reason other than like it's more dramatic if you find out later. So Seki-san. I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he?
Yes, I should think so.
Did he take the cat with him?
He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already. Or be just a few days away. Or drown in the ocean. Or get killed by a Russian ballerina.
A fortnight ago, we had a very long telegram from him. Do you remember? Complaining of seasickness? Telegram from him? He told me what was in that one. But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well.
Is something wrong?
Naruhodo-san, yeah, you're not telling me about that telegram. I was just wondering, what might have become of Soseki-san had he stayed in London? That's all.
You mean, as regards Lord Van Zeek's the Reaper?
Yeah, he'd have died in a fire, probably. Yes. I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. The Reaper! I still have my working theory that I'm going with now that it's not actually Van Zeek's, but it's Strongheart, who's killing peeps. What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London.
Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery.
I mean, I feel like the police should have arrested Van Zieks, even though I think he's innocent. The fact that he was like lurking ominously in the shadows behind the judge is you know, it's suspicious. Yes, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means
that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps?
Yeah, we got rules to magic. Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding.
If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the sword of justice himself.
Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. I mean, we'd have heard about that in the news, right?
No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zieks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter.
Is he gonna be the defendant this time? Oh?
Yes, since Soseki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems.
Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So it's just been me who's had to face him in his recent spat of trials then. Just my luck.
I wonder if luck doesn't come into it.
Sorry, what was that?
Nothing. Never mind.
Okay, all right. Oh, can we also, can we present profiles of people? Ah, we don't seem to be able to. Okay, so we gotta get out of here. We gotta move. From Naruhodo's legal consultancy.
With the furniture we moved in recently, this place is starting to feel like a real office.
My lodgings and office located in the attic above the suite of rooms rented by Mr. Sholmes. I call it a consultancy, but clients aren't exactly beating down the door. Sholmes is sweet.
When you're ready, let's go downstairs for breakfast.
The home and office of the world-famous great detective and his young companion, Iris. It seems people from all over the globe come to engage in his consulting detective services. All right, let's go.
15th April, Sholmes is sweet.
Morning, Runo. Morning, Susie. Sholmes, he certainly plays the violin. I mean, that is a violin.
Good morning, Iris.
Iris. What is that, Runo? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. It's music. Well, you don't like it? You don't like music? You suck. Oh, yeah, you noticed that, did you? Oh, and he's got his hat off so he can act like he's hot again. Hurley isn't in the best form this morning, it seems. He also has no butt. Did you see that? He's just straight flat down the backside. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
I don't know why his demeanor is reminding me of Howl's Moving Castle when Howl got sad. Although, didn't he like start oozing out goop when he got sad? Good morning. Good morning. To die, perhaps. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Darn this blanched existence! I censored you swear. Just because you're sad doesn't mean you get to swear, Sholmes. That'd be a lesson, chat. Don't swear even when you're sad. That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence.
Huh? I'm afraid I don't understand. Is depression a thing?
Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Is that Natsume's cat? Hey! I remember you being chubbier than this. Oh, look, it's Wagahai. The cat's name is Wagahai? I don't, is that a Japanese word? Why does a British cat have a Japanese name? Wagahai. Reminds me of like I don't know, it sounds like the word Naugahyde for some reason. Wakahai. Oh, and there's a pin message. Maybe it's a name fact for Wagahai. Written by Queen Gated, pinned by Vera, said, Japanese version of that scene, Holmes said, a beautiful morning to die. Don't you agree, my friends? I mean, it probably is. If you're gonna die, I guess be on a beautiful morning. Thank you for the fun fact. Oh, here we go. Wagahai comes from Wagahai wa Neko de Aru, the original Japanese title of the novel I Am a Cat by the real-life Susuke Natsume. Oh, that's right. Okay, so yeah. So it's a reference to his novel. You probably had told me at some point what the name of it was. I'd forgotten. But yeah, I remember when he was talking about the I Am a Cat thing. Wagahai itself is a very haughty first-person pronoun in Japanese, as the novel is a satirical story about Japanese society during the Meiji period, written from the point of view of a supercilious house cat. I feel like you told me about that book and its concept before, but I'd forgotten the name. So Wagahai. So it's like very hoity-toity instead of like watashi or boku or something like that. So it's Wagahai. He's got a little bow tie. It's adorable. I would have, in the localization, to be totally honest, I wouldn't rename the cat bow tie, but that's just me. He's got a little bow tie. It's adorable. I'm gonna read some more in the chat because I'm already behind. I'm so behind. But thank you very much, Queen Katie, for those fun facts. Magpie says the thing for grinding stuff is actually a whisk for matcha, I believe. Okay, because I've seen those things before. I don't know what they're called though. Queen Gator said there's an entire achievement for getting every spade versus shovel debate in these games. Okay, so we gotta get them then, huh?
The Great Ace Attorney gotta canonize the Great Depression because it has great in it.
Oh, of course. Unfortunately, the next thing for great is it actually comes before the Great Depression, and that's the Great War. World War I, later called. So, yeah, we're gonna be fighting the Kaiser pretty soon. Hope you guys are down for that. But thank you very much, Vero, for the 10 bits. Anything great must work its way into the canon of this video game. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. Yes, Queen Katie, thank you for the heads up on that. I'll try to make sure to always click the shovels and spades. Vera says, hey friends, there's where Vero came in. Oak says, Vero, please never say I can feel movement in my man womb ever again. Why not? As I always say, I can feel movement in my man womb. Vera says, laughing. Oak says, save me, I stubbed my toe. You gotta just cut off the toe then. You gotta get rid of it. Omari said, why did you put the emphasis on D-I-H? I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I was putting an emphasis on. Bubba says, yeah. Oh, probably on Moby Dick. Is that what it was? I don't know, just emphasize it was a name. Bubba says, yeah. Queen says, Vero. Magpie says, it's not as bad if it was the first few days. Still not great. I've spent the last 8 days doing next to nothing. Well, I do hope that once you're back on your medications, it'll help you get back to being productive. Queen Gator said, you missed the spade versus shovel debate, lol. Omari said, I would have said, in my let's say nuts. Oak says, I think you could probably just wait like a week to do Deltarune. Most people who care about spoilers will have beaten it within a week. Well, I'm concerned about the community, though. I want to make sure that you guys will be okay with it. Also, the way that it's working out on the calendar, I'll probably end up waiting a week and a half. Because the week immediately following, my birthday is going to be a canceled stream on a Friday. And so, wait, no, let me out. Oh, maybe we'll just wait 1 week. We'll wait a little over a week. We'll do it either right before my birthday or right after my birthday, maybe. We'll decide. We're probably not going to do a special birthday stream this time because like last time that was like also hitting 1,000 on Twitch. But yeah, my birthday's coming up in like a little over 2 weeks. I'm excited. I know of at least one Transformer I'm gonna get that I've been very much looking forward to. It's not the one that I've been really, really looking for, but he's a big guy. He's a big guy. He's one of the original 13 Primes. Over on YouTube, Frolzy says, also, Steel Ball Run is technically a different continuity, but in a way that keeps it within the same continuity. In like the sense that there's like a crossover, like Earth 1 and Earth 2 in DC, they're the same continuity, even though they're different universe. I'm very confused. Valtube says, yes, Steel Ball Run is a different universe, but the time skip comment was actually a reference to part 5, Golden Wind / Vento. Or Oreo. Okay, I did not know that. So thank you very much, Valtube. But Reveal says, oh really? Never knew that that's actually a kind of neat, Dermo. And Dermo says it also has 48 cards, not 52? What cards do they leave out? There's gotta be 4 of them. Is it one of the suits or one of the numbers or like the aces or something? And Reveal says, honestly, I didn't know the number of cards in a full set in general. Valtube says, I have to go to dine. Bye, everyone. Okay, better to go dine than go to die. Thank you for being here, Valtube. Have a good rest of your night. And Derma says, I bought a deck there, and it's fun using it with people and seeing if they notice the Jack is the 10, not the 11. Okay, so you skip the 10 and go straight to the Jack? That's weird to me. It's not what I'm used to. And then Reveal says, Bone Apple Tea Valtube. And then Dermot says, Frulzy, she's a Teebo. Instead of a weeaboo, a Teebo. I like it. She's a total Teeb instead of a weeb. Okay, I need a sip of water. Again, sorry that I feel like I can't focus on anything today, and I don't know why. My brain is just a blur, and I really do not know why. So thank you for being here and putting up with me today. Okay. Oh, look! It's Wagahai. Good morning, boy! I mean, the cat that Soseki's son, that Natsume had, I thought it was like bigger and chubbier and fatter. Maybe this is like the son of that cat? Like a kitten of it? Maybe I'm just misremembering. I thought it was a big fat cat. That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. But how did it get here? The cat or the door? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast! I hope that there's like no murder that interrupts us so you have to go do a case.
Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris.
It would indeed be a fine day to die. I knew something looked different. You know why he's so sad? It's because they're breaking off from like real Sherlock Holmes lore. I don't know if you guys know this. In actual Sherlock Holmes stories, Sherlock Holmes used cocaine. This guy right here just looks like he could sure use some of that cocaine the kids are into these days. I knew something looked different. Oh, his desk is cleared. Yeah, well, wasn't there like a big machine there before? Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. I don't remember what it was. I want to say it was like a giant microscope thing, or maybe that was the other side of the room. Maybe it was just a giant coffee maker. Did he break it? Did you break it, bro? We need to take a look around the room. I don't want to start in the far right-hand side over here. Or maybe I was thinking of the weird typewriter. Okay, so let's see if we have new dialogue for all the different things. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently. But there's paper already set up in the typewriter. Look, as if she's about to start. I mean, it surely isn't because the background is the same.
That reminds me, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed.
Ah, yes, Mr. Natsume.
Oh. Quote, that's what I'll be doing too once I'm back in Japan, he said, through tightly clenched fists and teeth.
Okay, so there is new dialogue. All right, so we got to click everything all over. We're already almost an hour into stream, and all I've done is just click random crap. That's a charming little white shelf, and full of charming little bottles, too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems.
Science is the future, Mr. Naruhodo! You can't deny it! I'm saving my money so that I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well.
Chemistry takedown throws? What diverse skills you post, Miss Susato.
As useful as they are, I'm not sure that my throwing skills are worthy of inclusion in that list.
I don't know, she's pretty good at it. Pretty good at throwing. Iris's beautiful tea set is there on the table as usual. A cup of one of her special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain.
The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea.
And you were right. You're right, Dermo. She's the total teeb. Chalkboard? This is where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? Let's see, what does it say today? Oh, does it change every day? Ah, the Boscombe Valley Mystery. Boscombe Valley, that sounds familiar. I'm gonna Google it. Also, I just looked over, I forgot to send a tweet that I'm going live, so I'll send that now. Don't tell anybody. Do not tell anybody. I think Crystal is mainly the one who normally sees this stuff, but yeah. The Boscombe Valley Mystery is one of 56 short Sherlock Holmes stories, almost said Sherlock Holmes, by Arthur Conan Doyle. Okay, so it's one of them. It's the fourth of the 12 stories in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so that's probably where I've heard it. I don't know what the story was, but it's one of the stories.
Oh, how intriguing! It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my, I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us.
Susato-san looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you could imagine. Anything else there? Anything else? I should probably shift over the scene. Oh, no, it goes too far over that way. Yeah, so we look at the Napoleon bust. These are all mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beefsteak from La Carnival would be on display here.
A mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. Oh, what an entrancing collection!
It looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me, rather like what's on my own shelves.
Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo.
No favoritism there at all. Okay, sorry that we're taking so long, but I want to get all the whimsy and content and crap out of this. Look at the shoe and the mantelpiece. The fire is burning comfortably in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to the Japanese hibachi somehow.
Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Why is she naked? What? Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting.
Okay, for those who know, the woman is Irene Adler, or I assume in this universe, Irene Idler. The woman, as Sherlock Holmes calls her. Like the only woman he ever thinks. Oh, achievement unlocked! The woman, question mark? For having examined the fireplace in Mr. Sholmes' suite whilst with ... Okay. Is that supposed to mean something to me? It meant something to me! It's a character in a thing. It looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. It seems very sturdy, with an equally sturdy lock.
Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous.
How'd you come to that conclusion? Also, I should read some more chat because this is taking a long time. I'm enjoying the whimsy, but it's taking a long time. Let's see. Quingita says, a short tutorial game after all. Lol. We're setting up for the second game, but these were two separately originally released games, right? Like, this was a standalone game by itself initially, wasn't it? Vera says, oh yeah, here's a bit of a life. Oh, that was TTS. Quingita says, keyboard slam. Vera going for that life 10% achievement. Omari says, what does Chronicles even mean? Like in the context of this game, or just the word in general? Because the Chronicles is like chronicling something. It's like detailing the history, the course of a story, of an event, and it's the Chronicles. So you have like the Chronicles of Narnia and things like that. Oak says, Vero, are you in an episode of House? Oh, did you see recently that Hugh Laurie got like in a little bit of trouble online because I guess somebody was posting about watching House. Man, you know, it'd be so much better if House just like skipped over the first couple of ideas that he had and just went right to the last one, because it's the third idea that's always correct. So don't do the first two. And Hugh Laurie, I guess, responded, kind of somewhat snarky and sarcastic. I thought he was delightfully witty, but he was like, well, we tried that, but all the episodes were only 6 minutes long. Audience didn't like it, so we tried other ideas where he never got it right, and everyone died. Didn't like that very much either. And so I guess, and then he apologized. He's like, sorry, that was rude and everything. But yes. And so that reminded me, because I'm pretty sure you had said something very similar not too long ago. Omari says, you're just unlocking your Sharingan. Oh no. Oh crap, what's the version of it? The Mangyoku Sharingan where you gotta like kill the person closest to you? Oak says, House is gonna come in and look at your eye and say it must be an infection of the eye, and it's not lupus, and your husband is cheating on you. And then he gives you medication for your eye infection, and you have a seizure, and then he takes you off the meds, and he breaks into your house and finds some diseased eye drops or something, puts you on a new medication, and Foreman yells at him for almost killing you, and then he gives you meds for that. And don't forget, he makes some comment about Cuddy's like blouse being too low cut. And then you start getting worse, and House is all like, wait, no, you were lying, because it's actually something else. And then he cures you while yelling at you, and then Chase kisses a dying 8-year-old. Very Australianly, he kisses the dying 8-year-old. Let me take a look over the YouTube chat. Let's see. Rivulet says a Tiapo, I believe it's called. Dermot says, unfortunately. And then Frulzy says, that's an amazing word. Rivulet says, indeed. And Frulzy says, it's trying to translate a teeb into a nose. Dermot says, I use Firefox specifically because it's not Chromium based. I might need to go back to, I used to use it a lot until I just had so many open tabs. I just need to go through and close them, start using Firefox again. I posted a pic of the cards in the Discord under general. Oh, I'll have to check it out, thank you. Says Logan, I know you like reading chat with music. Please don't do it with a violin music. Oh no, I realized I needed to get through that. That was quite unpleasant. And Rivulet says, Sholmes, my favorite guy. I too am cursed by the muses. It was just spelled out. Says, so many ideas, no ability to draw. I wish I had, drawing skills. I have some art friends that are amazing. I should get back into the game. Sip of water, back into the game. Because if there's lurkers, we need to show the lurkers that I do spend time actually doing game stuff. I'll be back to you in a second, Iris. I want to keep clicking things. Gotta keep on clicking on and then... So wait, I don't know what's going to advance the story, because we can either talk to Sholmes, or we can examine the empty desk. Oh, I guess since Iris isn't there, we can probably talk to her. Let's examine everything else except the empty desk. Oh, wrong button. And then after that, we'll talk to Iris, examine the desk, and then talk to Sholmes. Sounds like a plan? Yes, it does sound like a plan. There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot is gonna topple at any moment.
Oh, it's such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it?
I love her Oblonga. I still use the minimus you drew for me, well as in I just print him out and crumple him.
Wait, for real? You don't really do that, do you? Do you actually print it out and just crumple them up? Thank you very much, Vero. Oh, that reminds me, I need to talk more about the big reveals in issue 55 of More Than Meets the Eye. I've been so busy. I've been so busy lately. But thank you very much, Vero. Thank you for the 10 bits. You know, I mean, you ought to just shrink them down and print them out a whole bunch of times and just cut up. Then you have lots of little ones. And you can just crumple them all up. But thank you for the 10 bits. I'm glad that you like it. I'm still not a very good artist. But thank you. It just looks messy to me, like my desk.
But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself.
See, it's charming when an eccentric person like Herlock does it. When Ryunosuke does it, it's just bad habits. No favoritism there, then. Zawardo. That's a JoJo reference right up there. We look at the chemistry set. Okay, looks like that's just for the whole desk. So let's go back over and talk to Iris. Let's also save. I don't think I've saved yet today. And I should make good habits of saving periodically. Save. And then we'll talk to Iris. Iris? Wagahai! Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home. Okay, so it is his cat. I guess it was just my imagination thinking that he was fatter before. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy!
It would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten to him. Oh, cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews as empty as the hearts of the muses. Oh,
Look at that! It's so cute. She's almost as small as the cat.
If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place.
I expect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience.
And for good reason! They kill Kazumas! Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed!
Well, I don't mind. I'll kill all the Kazumas I want. Show me a Kazuma, I will snap his neck and spit down the... Well, I can't in the neck. We can snap and then rip it off, then I'll spit down his neck. Because Waggy is adorable.
Aw, Waggy is adorable. Yes, he really is. Oh, yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from?
Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runo. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. It's a cat door maker. You just put it up, pull the trickle chunk, and there's a cat door.
What is that?
I call it the cat flappomat.
Better than a, cat flap-o-matic.
Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats?
That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. What do you mean to make a cat flap and you all do that? I'll make a cat flap and you let the cat crawl inside of you. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of.
Even like stone?
It's very powerful, you see.
Oh, it's Rinosuke. Wouldn't it have been quicker to just make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Well, now she can make unlimited flaps. Unlimited flaps.
Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like.
We make him like break into banks and stuff.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door to our office upstairs, Iris.
She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Is that it? Oh yeah, they're done talking to you, girl. Can I present stuff? Oh, I can't present stuff to her. Darn it! Let's zip over here. So I guess we want to look at this and then talk to digital. If we try to talk to Herlock, what are the conversation topics? Wanting to die and the missing machine. Let's go examine the location of the missing machine first. The missing machine. Look at Mr. Sholmes's desk. It's completely clear. Isn't that enormous machine usually on it?
We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo. Why, next time we're invited, we might find he's vacated the entire suite.
That's scarily plausible, actually. Okay, that is it then. So I've clicked everything? I believe I've clicked everything. Okay, let's talk to Sholmes. Convoice! Hey, Herlock. Hurly burly bird. Heard you want to die, bro. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened?
It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its mellifluent tones would make flowers bloom.
It would?
But now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever! No more recitals of unbridled emotion!
Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? No surprise! Gonna practice!
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll come back to you in time.
Heed my words, Mr. Norohodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man. The next, they unmercifully withdraw it.
Oh, dear. Why is this happening to me? Bad things should never happen to me. If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left, for pity's sake? What is left?
Being a detective? Deduction? Perhaps. Isn't that what you're known for?
I do feel some, I don't know, this resonates for me a little bit. I feel like so many people I know who are very talented, especially in the arts, performance arts, acting, dancing, everybody wants to be a musician. Everybody wishes they were a rock star. Like when you're doing when I'm doing an improv performance, what do we always call like the really big shows with the great audiences, the kick butt? It's like, that was a rock star show. Everything is compared to rock stars. He just wants to make good music and have groupies. I gotta read some more in the chat though. See, Vera says, yes. Magpie says, that's kind of terrifying. Good luck, Vera. Over here said, I'm doing it. Salute. Bumbo says, terrifying. I have heard of other things where the immune system attacks the body, but never the eye. And Vera says, I hope for a cool eye patch, but I caught it early. It should be fine. Well, I mean, you can still probably wear an eye patch just like voluntarily, I think. Maybe. Omari said, Vision is overrated anyway. That's like my least favorite Marvel hero. I see what you did there. Quickita says, I was saying that if I had a sub, I would have thrown sub-only content in the Discord, but alas, oh, that's what you're saying. I'm sorry. Like I said, last week there was a day when we had discounted gifted subs. We should do it again. We should do it on like Sunday, maybe. How about that? Let's see, Oak says, I finally got an appointment for hormones, and Vera says, awesome. Omari says, I love when YouTube remove stuff they had before, like with the messages, or the thumbs down. But I mean, you can still like thumbs down, but you can't see them anymore. I feel like for small content creators, if you want to call it that, like me, it's probably nice that people can't see when people thumbs down things, because then it just like, I'm just a little guy. Oak says, to be fair, YouTube messages was a terrible idea. So was that just like DMs or something? And Vera says, classic Chrome, time to move browsers, y'all. Quita said, that's why I'm happy with Firefox, lol. Oak says, blinks at Firefox. Omari says, so is Twitter's, but they can't keep it. And Oak says, yeah, but Twitter is a bad place. Vera says, look, getting leftovers. And Oak says, literally the best browsers are forks of Firefox or just Firefox. Queen says, bat. Somebody mentioned bat, but it was like a baseball bat, but it's still called a bat. Let me take a look over YouTube chat. Taco! How you doing? Said, can't make it today, have good stream. Well, you made it for that. Dog, you're probably already gone, but thank you for popping in. It was Taco this time, Fran's #1 fan. And Derma says, 13 primes? I thought there were infinitely many. No, it's like the 13 original primes. So it's like the first 13 primes. That's not something that was like originally in the canon. But what happened was that like back in the 90s, they introduced a character named, well, I guess it wasn't even that. And, you know, it's messy. I'm not going to go into the Transformers stuff, but yes, there was the 13 original primes. So yes, I could nerd out about that, but I should restrain myself. Derma says, hi, Taco. Bye, Taco. And the Derma says, Sherlock was borderline manic depressive in the books. Also drugs. Several drugs. I just knew about the cocaine. But yeah, I mean, you gotta remember, like, manic depressive isn't just being depressed all the time. That's like clinical depressive. Manic depressive is the swings, right? Where you go really, really manic and really depressive. I think, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mixing it up with bipolar. Reveal says, all the drugs. Kitty. Yes, all the drugs, including a kitty. Derma says, Iris created the ultimate bank robbing device. Were one a cat or tiny like her. She could fit through a cat-sized door. And then Taco says, Taco back, Taco gone, wah! So quick, in and out. Thank you for popping in. Brief though it was again. I need another sip of water, and then we'll talk to him about the missing machine. Who was it that said you wanted to be here for the beginning of the case? Dermo, it was you, right? Because you got spoiler clips. At this rate, I don't think we're gonna reach anything. I'm just having too much fun doing nonsense. The missing machine!
Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today.
Well done, Miss Susotto. Your observation skills do you credit.
Oh no, Mr. Sholmes, they pale into insignificance when compared to yours.
You'd struggle to notice, wouldn't you?
You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? That's at Windy Banks now!
Who or what is Windy Bank? Is that a person? Is that a store? Did he sell it? Is it a pawn shop? Sorry, it's at a Windy Bank?
No, Windy Banks!
Oh, it is a pawn shop! The pawnbroker, they had to pawn off his giant microscope? Is that why he's sad?
The pawnbrokery!
Pawn? What?
You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours?
It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly.
But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate.
It's not like we have money.
I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you.
Oh, look at her shiny crying eyes. She cares so much about him.
Dear madam, things are far from desperate.
But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate?
Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you.
Is it? It doesn't sound ordinary at all.
It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works.
Oh, let's to understand exactly. Well, you basically you get a loan and you give that as collateral. If you don't pay it back, then they get to keep it and they sell it, right? So it's like they sell it to you, or you can say they sell it to you with the promise of that you can buy it back. But you gotta like make monthly payments though, and so it's like forever payments until you buy it back. It's rather nasty. Oh, okay, we're gonna learn education time, chat. Have you ever wanted to learn how pawnbrokery, not to be confused with prawn brokery. That's just with the same thing, but with shrimp. What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works?
To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks.
Banks? You're welcome. I don't know what he's saying, Mr. Naruhodo.
On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week.
And then on Saturdays, they go recover their things using the money they've earned.
I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Well, that's the chapter. Good night, everybody. Hope you enjoy the next game.
Everyone does it, you see. And if everyone does it, it's fine. By the way, I heard everyone's jumping off a bridge. I really want to go jump off a bridge. It looks so cool, especially people in inner London.
And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise.
So you're investing your money in jackets?
Oh, how ingenious.
So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy Banks.
At least the pawnbroker's place sounds whimsical. Windy Banks. Oh, there's a person named Windy that runs it. It's Windy's Bank.
A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault.
Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain?
Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. He'll spend that money on cocaine. He has a lot of demons. Sometimes sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. He pawned me. I spent a week at a pawnbroker's. Don't you, Hurley?
Oh. What does it matter? The world is dead to me now.
Oh, what was that?
Wagga hi! Clatter, clatter, clatter! Clatter, clatter, screech! Clatter, clatter, what's the matter? Screech, screech, screech! I think Wagga hi just killed Iris.
Ugh. What was that?
Oh no! Oh no! Wagga hi did a murder! We gotta defend Wagga hi in court. Our client's a cat. Aren't we wacky? Wagga hi's tangled up in your violin!
Well, and they do say that violin strings are made of cat gut.
I think he thinks it's a toy.
Oh, what's he doing to it?
Oh dear. Mr. Sholmes' precious violin. We'll never hear it again. Oh no, we'll never hear it again. Oh no. Oh, we should read some chat.
Oak says, I could probably switch to Mulvad or LibreWolf, but Firefox has a mobile app and it's a bit easier. I haven't even heard of those things. I'm guessing they're like variations of it. Quiggity says, hey. Omari says, people use ad blockers? I would just leave the video and come back until the ad is gone. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if a lot of these companies that hate ad blockers, like Google, realize how important ad blockers are, not just for the sake of like avoiding ads, but for like keeping your computer safe. I mean, yes, you have Windows Defender now, and that's better than it used to be, so on and so forth. But like a lot of viruses and things like that, a lot of viruses and malware are gonna come through malicious ads. And you just don't want those. Just saying. Oak says, so I just use Firefox. Magpie says, swords are an older card suit, if I remember correctly. Apparently. I'm learning a lot today. Oak said, people don't use ad blockers. Omari said, did you know that Mongolian people use goat bones instead of dice to roll dice? I've heard of people like using bones. I didn't know goats specifically.
Yeah, but do they care if they money off of you?
If they money off of me? I don't know. No one's moneyed off of me. Does moneying off of people feel good? Oh, I assume you mean if they make money off of you. Probably not. I mean, you guys have heard this, right? That Google used to have a thing in their like their rules or their mottos or what was it was just like don't be evil. And then they specifically removed that, so they're allowed to be evil. Oh, there we go. Pin message. Make money off of you. There we go. Or money off you. Well, you can do whatever you want in the comfort of your own home. If you want to money off somebody, just money off that person. It's like, as long as you're consenting adults, you can money off each other. Just money that person off. So much. But thank you, Vera, for the 10 bits and for the pin message. Let me take a look over to YouTube chat. Dermo says, every non-musician wants to be one. Every musician wants the heck out of the industry. Irony. I think it's because non-musicians want the glamour, but not all the awful stuff that accompanies it, you know? Dermo says, pawnbrokers, not to be confused with prawn brokers, porn brokers, or chess piece brokers. They're puns. The puns, the chess pieces. I see what you did there. Said two things. It's old strings, which were made of gut, and usually sheep, pig, or other farm animal. Never heard of cats being used. Probably have, but not frequently. I think it might be one of those things, it's like an old thing from cartoons. I am fairly certain there was like some Tom and Jerry cartoon, for example. Or maybe it was a Sylvester and Tweety cartoon. One of those cartoons where it's like a cat trying to catch either a mouse or a bird. And it's like, you better catch that mouse or we're gonna make violin strings out of cat gut today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's always where I heard it. Most of my knowledge from when I was a child comes from watching classic cartoons from the 1950s. It was not a normal childhood. Oak says, this is one of 2 times I've ever heard of someone under the age of 50 who doesn't use an ad blocker. Omari said, to be fair, it's realistic for people not to tell you stuff for no reason at all. That is true. That is true. But it's one of those things where if like somebody asks you and there's no reason not to be honest, it's like, why be cagey about it? Why avoid it? Because like if the telegram ends up being something that's like, oh, you had no reason not to tell me. You're like, oh, what was the telegram? Then it's like, why be dishonest? Oak says, I'm assuming you are under 50. The first one was Nora, but she uses Microsoft Edge? She uses Microsoft Edge. So she's obviously insane. I will say, Omari said, who says I'm under the age of 50? I am. You can't really use ad blockers on your PS5. Oh, okay. Oak says, oh, that makes much more sense. I don't think that counts. And Omari said, I don't have them on my computers either. And Oak says, oh, never mind. That is one frustrating thing. Every now and then I'll want to watch like a YouTube video on my smart TV. And I gotta sit through ads. It's the worst. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to a human being in the history of history.
Oh dear, Mr. Sholmes' precious violin!
Why should I care?
Why?
I shouldn't be surprised. Oh. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now.
He's so dramatic. I feel like when I was younger and I was really sad about stuff, I would want to say things like that to try and get attention. But like as an adult, if I'm sad about something, I just don't talk about it. I don't do those things where you say stuff like that to try and get attention, try and get people to give you pity.
Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he?
Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I, Hurley? The violin and the cat.
Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Is the violin gonna be added to our court record? Converse? We've already talked about everything. So we gotta examine where the violin lives. Examine where the violin lives. Oh, there it is! Is Waga High still around here somewhere? Okay, let's, I guess, click the violin. Right there. Ah, one of the strings is broken. So, this is the violin, is it? Looks very well worn.
It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari.
Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me.
I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings.
How honorable of you. I don't know that's... Okay, chat, do you think that's dishonorable? Like, if you go somewhere and they're like selling something that has value and it's a really good price, I've sometimes seen... here's what I feel like. If it's like a little kid, say it's like a little kid at some type of a fair or, you know, like a fair, a carnival, maybe or even like a garage sale, and like little kids trying to sell something, and it's like, that's really valuable. Like maybe it's like, oh, I'm selling my Pokemon cards. You're like, that card right there is worth like $1,000. Yes, you tell the kid. If it's like a grown adult, like if you're at a convention and they're selling like, I don't know, whatever it is you collect, and there's like, oh my gosh, there's my Holy Grail, you know, mint and sealed box. And they're charging, you know, they could easily charge like $500 and they're charging like 50. I'm like, score. That's a great deal. And maybe, am I a bad person? Am I a bad person? How honorable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. Am I saying the right, Paganini?
I ask you, is there reason to live in a world devoid of music to tolerate this blanched existence?
No!
There is none.
Please don't kill yourself. Mr. Sholmes? Should we be worried about you?
What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine.
Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think?
Huh? Oh, are we going to say that maybe he pawned it off like the previous week as the valuable item and then got it back, and the reason why it's not working is because it's not his Stradivarius? It got swapped, and maybe this is going to like lead into the crime? What do you mean, Miss Susato?
Whoa, Susie's right! Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different!
And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before.
Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? And he didn't notice this. I mean, I get that like his deductions and conclusions are wrong, but he has been like had a powerful eye of observation. He just didn't notice. What's this?
I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. It's a viola!
Then what?
I believe it's an entirely different instrument called
A viola!
a viola.
I was right! When I was in 6th grade, I learned what a viola was. There were like several kids in my class. I transferred to a different school, and there's several kids in my class that played viola. And I was like, what is a viola? And they're like, it's a violin, but a different size. So it's a viola! I'm falling over like a muppet. Oh! I'm very dramatic.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you all right?
You're right! You are quite right! This isn't my faithful Stradivarius! So what, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then? So did the pawnbroker try to cheat him? Wouldn't it be great if that's the crime? It's not even a murder. It's just the pawnbroker like sold his violin to somebody else, and we just got to take him to like small claims court now.
I see what must have happened.
You do, Iris?
This is just a simple mix-up.
It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. Are we gonna need to click her? We're gonna have to click her. Man, we gotta click you. We gotta click you, Iris. What happens if I try and back out? Okay, I guess we gotta click her. Examine. Click Iris. Mix up! I should save again. We're halfway through the stream. I don't know how I've done nothing tonight. And again, my brain is fuzz. My brain is a blur. I don't know what's even happening. I can't focus on anything. And we're halfway through the stream and nothing has happened yet. Chat. I need some water. I need some water so bad. Vera says, but can he take the cat on the Russian ship? No pets allowed, and obviously there are no other ways to go back to Japan. Well, I mean, they let Nikola Pavlova's cat on the ship, so I guess if he just pretends to be her, maybe? Omari said, quote, if you're suspicious, you're guilty. Lawyer Logan. I don't know, I feel like that's what Gumshoe would say, and he's a good guy. Oak said, my dad and I are halfway through The Walking Dead episode 3, which is the episode with Duck. Oh yeah, when he gets to be Robin. Apparently, my dad doesn't like Kenny. No! I bet Kenny will grow on him. Although I'm now worried about what's gonna happen later on with Kenny. Said, which would make sense if you acted against Kenny because he's mean, but we've sided with him all game. Well, who was it that posted that their like affinity system is all screwed up in that game? And that the only way that Kenny will like you is if you help him squish a certain someone's head in you know, was that episode 2? I can't remember when the head squishing happened. Oak said he's been chill with us the whole time. I don't know, my dad doesn't like him. Omari said, is that day, month, year? Wow, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Over the quotes, yeah. Oak says, yeah. Omari said, what is that? And Oak says, The Walking Dead game. Boo, give her like a juicy butt. Capcom are cowards. I hope if they remaster it that everything is the same, but they just increase the size, the volume of his rump. Vero with the alert. Welcome back, Vero. Queen said a Japanese version of that scene. Oh, that was pinned earlier. Said name fact incoming. That was pinned earlier. Oak says, why the cat look like young Sheldon? Oak, who doesn't look like young Sheldon to you? Queen said fun fact, or it says in fact. Had you done this game before Investigations 2, I would have brought up a fun fact that the cat in the prison has the same name. Oh, when they all had animals in the prison. Oh, cool. I wonder if it is the same cat, just an immortal cat. Oak said they got to put great vegetables into Great Ace Attorney. Do you think great vegetables will be in Persona 4 Revival? And Omari said, the Great World War. You would think it was so great we didn't need a second one, but now it seems like we're about to have a third one. Well, you know what it is? It's like where they're like, oh, we don't need a sequel, but then the sequel ends up more popular than the first one. It's like how Batman Begins was a great movie, but everybody always talks about The Dark Knight, you know? And Vera says, yes, and then Oak says, ad quote, in my buh, says, Logan is turning 144 and a half. Oh, we're talking about birthdays. I thought you were talking about like resolution. I'm like, I'm at 140p or something. Oak says, a Steel Ball Run is a different universe, but there's an in-world explanation for why. I can't say what it is without spoiling the end of part 6, though. I'm gonna have to find this out. This is intriguing me. I feel like there's gonna be some world-altering shenanigans. Like someone is gonna use a stand to rewrite history or something. Omari says, Jack, like the famous YouTube, right? Jack Q-Septicai. Oak says, meow. Queen Kitty says, meow. Oak says, meow. Queen Kitty says, this is such a morning where your death doesn't matter. Japanese Herlock, I love you. Omari says, all right, I gotta go now. A small streamer just got on. See y'all. Thank you for being here, Omari. Oh, Omari, it was so good to see you again. Let me take a look over to YouTube chat. Let's see. Dermo says, what is wrong with y'all? We need a computer literacy stream, apparently. Paganini was, am I saying it right? Paganini was a composer and violin virtuoso. It's so weird when I see that. Virtuoso always looks spelled wrong to me. If you're wondering, his stuff is extremely difficult. I actually prefer violas to violin. I assume that it's like the difference between, say, like a cello or a bass. It probably is like, I'm gonna guess larger, and therefore the sound is deeper, or maybe I'm gonna assume it's larger. Yeah, we'll go with that. A sip of water. Back to the game, and hopefully my brain will stop being fuzzed tonight at some point. Mix up. What did you mean by a mix up, Iris?
Well, you see this violin, sorry, this viola, I mean, was at Windy Banks until last week. At the pawnbrokers?
Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner. Oh, he's happy again now. There is a proverb from the East with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. I like how they both do that, both him and Iris. Always let a beloved child travel. We have a similar proverb. If you love something, let it go. If it returns, it was meant to be. Let a beloved child travel. If he dies, it wasn't meant to be.
Yes, indeed.
So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth?
Oh, what a wonderful idea.
Last week, I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my previous instrument. But it would appear Mr. Windybank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. What about your eyes by the appearance? No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Pshaw! A fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, prepare yourself for a pearl of wisdom. Never trust a pawnbroker! They will try to fiddle you every time, and I am a man who does not like being fiddled. I know this is an Ace Attorney game. In these games, men love fiddling each other. I don't want to be fiddled.
But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbrokery as an extremely secure vault.
Come, Mr. Naruhodo, dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, freshing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced? Well, he has got to get over there before his violin gets sold, right?
We must visit Mr. Windybank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes?
Precisely, Miss Susoto. Without a moment's delay, we're probably going to get there. His violin's going to be gone, and there'll be a murder, and whoever it was that stole it did a murder, and it'll be used as evidence later, right? But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. What am I bacon and eggs? My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend
to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to fresh your egg. Fresh your egg ever more obtusely. Okay, so we can't do that to toast or bacon or eggs or anything, or coffee. All right, say no more. Let's go then.
Don't worry, Runo. I'll be happy to heat it up for you again later.
Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker's looks like. Well, after you. Very urgent, so lead the way. Anything to talk about? No? Okay, move. Oh, we got a new location has been added. We got Baker Street.
What a bustling place, oh London, such a fantastic city.
A bustling London street on which can be found Mr. Sholmes' office and Windy Bank's pawnbrokery. There's a large park nearby. Okay, so all that's important. They're right near each other and a park. Windy Bank's pawnbrokery, a pawnbroker shop on Baker Street. Mr. Sholmes is a regular, it seems.
A British pawnbroker shop. How fascinating.
Well, I'm assuming we got to go to Baker Street first. Let's go there. It's like on the way. Closed, store for rent. Oh, it's examine crap. That's the pawnbrokery. Okay. Store for rent, closed. Can we... Ah, there's our place. That's our house. Or a town home? It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. Huh? Oh, look, it's so well decorated. I still can't quite believe it. I never would have expected things to turn out like this. Back down.
Oh, I know. To actually be sharing an accommodation with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Does that have to do with the telegram? Did the telegram inform her that she did a murder? Is someone that she did violence against in the distant past suddenly dead and she is responsible? Okay, so it looks like we can only click Windy Banks. Look at all the different things in the window of this shop.
Ah, that's Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery.
Is it just me or does this like brown dress look like it's not part of the drawing? Oh, wait, what is that? What is that behind it? That's like a magical girl outfit. Can we get that for Susato or Iris or so? Have one of them transform into a magical girl? It looks much smarter than a pawnbroker's in Japan, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable personally.
It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable.
Oh, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Honoro.
It killed a piece of me! So I guess we just go inside? Can we? Okay, go inside. Apparently I didn't need to stop out here. Windy Banks! Pachow! Good news, no dead body. 15th April, Windy Banks Pawnbrokery. So what do we got? We got like a little Pinocchio and a little girl doll. Lots of hats and buckets from the ceiling. Oh, look at that, right there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they have a deadly weapon right there on the shelf. You could use that to kill somebody right there. Oh my goodness. And a skull on top of books. So this is a British pawnbrokery.
Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in there that I'd never laid eyes on before.
Ah, Susato-san, and that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this.
Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me.
My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. At least he put on his traveling clothes. I need to read some more of the chat. Let's see, where did I leave off? Magpie says there's even a fan novel called The 7% Solution about Holmes's addiction. Freud is in it for some reason. It's from the 70s or 80s, I think. What time period is Freud from? How could it be? I thought Freud was much more contemporary than Sherlock Holmes. Vera says, bye to Omari, and Quicket said, the name of one of Iris's stories on her blackboard is The Boscombe Valley Mystery, a Sherlock Holmes story. Logan, frowny face. Oh, it's because I looked it up
because I'm sorry, Queen Katie. Queen said, this is my fault for making a rude observation in the spoiler chat and getting Vero mad at me, lol. Wait, what was the rude observation? Said, I deserve Logan googling a fun fact, lol. Yeah, this game came on the 3DS after Dual Destinies, then Spirited Justice came out after, was the second great Ace Attorney game, I think. Oak says, that's the same thing I said. Wouldn't be the first time Chase kisses a dying 8-year-old Australian. Lee says, Logan, have you ever considered becoming a cat girl? I don't want to become a cat girl. Chat, I don't want to be a cat girl. I don't want anime or otherwise. I just want to be me. Quickita says, BRB, I crave wafers. Vera said, it's okay. Not like I can read comics lately. I blame my DW for making me blind. Oh crap, yeah, eyesight is kind of important for reading, huh? Oak says, Logan, have you ever considered putting your phone in the microwave and recording a video of you spinning around so it looks like you're being microwaved? I should totally do that. Have you guys seen, there was, I don't know how long ago this was, but I guess there was some meme that somebody put out that made a lot of people upset. I think it was meant as like an April Fool's Day joke where they said, hey, Apple is introducing a new feature where you can charge your phone using microwave technology. The new Apple iPhone, after its latest update, you can pop it in the microwave, charge it for heat it up for 30 seconds, that'll fully charge your battery. And there are like apparently, allegedly, some people who actually tried it. Oak says, mew. Meow. Queen Gator says meow. Queen Gator says nya. Vera says meow. Magpie says unlimited flaps. Seems like a tagline to a British adult website. Unlimited flaps. It depends on what kind of flaps. Like, are they skin flaps? I mean, skin flaps could be a euphemism for elderly bosoms. I don't know. Vera's laughing. Oak said, Logan, do you think you would survive an encounter with Todo from JJK? Oh no. No, not at all. Not at all. Said, we know you like short hair girls, but you might need more for Toto to like you. Well, he likes tall girls with big butts. Wasn't that the thing? Tall girls, big butts? It's like the opposite of what I like. Oak said, I've got it on lock. I like fat people, though. I think Toto would approve of that. At a timestamp, 1 hour, 7 minutes. I'm a little over a half hour behind. Queen Katie says, I'll remind you about the subs on Sunday. Thank you, Queen Katie. Thank you. I need to post on Discord about it too. Oak says, Logan, you can still see dislike counts on videos if you are the creator. Well, I know I can see them, but it's sad for displaying it for other people. I know that because I've had a couple of shorts that have gotten some dislikes. I don't think any of them have gotten more dislikes than likes, but some have gotten some dislikes. Oak says, yeah, YouTube messages was an idea they had in 2017 to add direct messaging to YouTube, and immediately they realized that only people messaging via YouTube were that type of person, and removed it a few weeks later. Queen Gator said, we'll share more of the name fact later, but I will say Windy Bank is the name in the Japanese version. Oh, really? I'm gonna guess... because Windy Bank, obviously, where we're comparing pawn shops to banks. If it's windy, maybe the pawnbroker has long, flowing hair that billows in the wind like Kazuma's headband. Queen Gator says, broking prawns. Magpie says, prawn brokery is what Ryunosuke is going to do with his shrimp aquarium. Queen Gator said, roll credits. Don't worry, nothing bad ever happens at all in the case except for Herlock wanting to die. Oak says, look, I must go to bed. No! Think of the very meow stream. It made me meow. No! Well, good night, Oak. Thank you for being here. Sorry they weren't able to stick around the whole time. Also, it looks like I'm getting much closer to catching up, which makes sense. I haven't done anything tonight. I don't know what is happening. This stream has been a blur in my brain. Over on YouTube, Derma was just saying I actually prefer violas to violins and step by step. Is that what it actually says? Oh no, that's it. Trying to translate you saying pog anini. It translates to step by step. Okay, I don't know why it has to auto-translate stuff like that. But let's play some more of the game. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And ready? Punch a woman. Yes, punching women. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Oh, okay, who's this? Who's this gentleman? Is this a pawnbroker? Oh, Windy Bank, that's his name. Mr. Sholmes, welcome back. I don't know
want to give him this kind of a voice. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, welcome back.
That was the old man Jur.
Maybe. Mr. Sholmes, welcome back.
I'm trying. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windybake of our ire. Come! The fight is afoot! It involves kicking. I want to examine everything first.
Where is the long flowing hair? I feel cheated.
It's all rolled up. On the sides there, you see how it scoops in? It's kind of rolled up in there. You got and rolled up in the mustache as well. If you unroll it, it's like a scroll. And then just a mustache, just wafting in the wind. I assume. I mean, you look at him and that is implied very clearly in the design here. But thank you very much, Vera, for the 10 bits. Let's examine this room. Let's start over on the side here. Oh, we can't examine the Pinocchio. Is this a Nickelodeon? What are you doing, my dear fellows? We are not here to browse for interesting curios. We have come to teach this broker a lesson.
Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items.
It looks as though we'll have to talk to Mr. Windybake first before you can explore here, Ms. Susato. Boo! Boo! Can we present our badge, or not our badge, our armband to him? Mr. Windybake, how about this?
Let me see. I'll give you tuppence for it.
No, I don't want to pawn it. Okay, so that's all he says. All right, I guess we gotta converse. Violin. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago.
Yes.
This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybake. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size.
A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm so very sorry, sir.
I don't like this voice. I don't know what voice to give this guy. I'm so very sorry, sir. I can do that type of a voice for now. I want him to be wimpy. He seems wimpy. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends. Oh, he's gonna jump out the window! Oh, it's a gun! Why go?
I shall have to take my own life.
No, don't. Don't do it. Don't shoot yourself. No, that's so sad. Don't do it. I feel like he and Sholmes could be good friends. They're both very dramatic. I'm gonna read some more in the chat. Let's see, Vera said, make money off you! And then Magpie says, using bones for dice is where the phrase roll the bones comes from. It's usually a beef or deer knuckle. I think, well, yeah, I've heard like that, and it's, there's usually things like with old withered crones, like, let's see what the bones say, and they're like rolling around bones and stuff. Vera says, frown. What is money in this metaphor? I don't know. You're not the one who meted that for. Says, I would also take advantage of the deal, TBHC. C says, none of us is a good person, apparently. Again, if it's like a small child, you want to help out a child, but if it's like an adult, it's like, no, I'm taking the good deal. Quicken says, small violin, and a timestamp 1 hour, 29 minutes, only 20 minutes behind. And then Vera says, Windybake is my goat. Is Oak here? Ah, no, went to bed. Rip Oak. You would have loved Windybake. Well, Windybake might not be around much longer. I didn't mean to click that. I wanted to keep that on the screen as long as possible. Oh, hang on. We have a clip over on YouTube. Dermo has posted a clip. For those who are lurking or new or don't know the deal, if someone posts a clip, we watch the clip. So this is one of Dermo's spoiler clips. So this is for from early on. It looks like this is from the first case from 2 months ago. So is there a title for this clip? It's titled Spoiler, Wrong Person. So let's go ahead and check out what this is. Looks like we have Curio Correcta.
Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rouse-Tay shop owner's existence. I'm gonna kill myself with this later. I ain't messing around. Be that as it may, Correctus, kill yourself afterward.
I had forgotten I had even said that, and I've been reviewing these clips. The problem is I've been reviewing these VODs looking for clips. The problem is I've been reviewing a lot of them while I'm working out at the gym, and so my attention is distracted. Okay, so yeah, we have pawnbrokers and collectors and people that just, yeah, but not with a knife. It's with a gun. Ba-ba-ba.
What if it's an old man has got a great condition Transformers toys from the 80s and he's selling them for the same price he bought them way back when? Will you take it?
Like some sweet old man, and is it one I really, really want? If it's like a holy grail, I feel like I'd want to warn him though. Like if it's a sweet old man, and say like, look, sir, you could charge a lot more on so many of these things. I think I might feel guilty enough that I'd give it up and offer to pay more. But thank you for the 10 bits. I feel like if it's a normal person, not too old and not too young. But thank you for the 10 bits, Vero. And for the moral conundrum, Durba says, maybe you should give a ... trigger warning. Was his finger on the trigger? We need to see what kind of trigger discipline he had. Durba said the music does not fit in the slightest. Oh, this game just thinks that domestic violence against men and attempted suicide are just whimsical and delightful. Okay, let's get back into the game here. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? Oh, his finger is on the trigger. If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Ah. Yes? Your final words? It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, here it is. You did? And when I turned to controvert you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May the guilt die with me.
He says that and then shoots himself. Who do we blame in court?
I feel like it is his fault for shooting himself. Like there was a mix-up, there was a whoopsie-daisy-do that did not need to escalate into this. He went right to revolver to his own temple. I think we are in the clear. Like, it will haunt us for the rest of our lives. We will be broken, empty shells of the people we used to be, but I don't think we'll go to prison. I think we're fine. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. May this guilt die with me. No, stop, my dear fellow, the fault is mine. Shoot me instead. Okay. Phew.
What a disappointment. I was hoping to see some gore. It would appear that the fight is over. If you want to win a fight against Herlock, just threaten to kill yourself, I guess.
I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Sherlock Holmes without that questionable disposition now, would you?
I don't know I don't know how I feel about this voice. I'm gonna have to practice it some more. Ha ha! I do believe you may be right, sir. Ha 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 ha! At least he's in better spirits now. It's either a laugh or a cry, I suppose. The fact that it's either a laugh or a cry is a cry for help.
You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers.
Well, what's this thing at the top of the screen? Percy Bakery? Is that a reference to something?
I needn't remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past.
Oh? Peculiar items?
In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Sherlock Holmes or some such.
Oh my, a new full-fledged novel? An unpublished? A story I have yet to read, you mean? I'll buy it. Forgive me! Wait, but before you die, you can die. You're allowed to die before you die. You must tell me more, then kill yourself. Kill yourself after. Tell me first, then die. It's out of my hands at that point.
Unpublished story. Okay, can we look around at other stuff yet? Can we examine things, or is Sherlock still gonna be mad at us? Can we look at the Nickelodeon? Oh, he's still upset. Okay.
Oh, but fascinating items.
Darn it, I want to look at things. We gotta talk more about nonsense. Converse about unpublished story.
I must know more. Tell me everything.
Wow, Susato-san's really fired up now.
Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof?
Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see.
I'm in the past. Ooh, I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank.
For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more.
He doesn't like my chest. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript recounting the adventures of one Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I beg your pardon, a manuscript. Oh, you wish to deposit a manuscript.
Indeed I do, for I'm confident it will be quite safe here. Oh, there's a pin message. What's this pin message here? Written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vera, said, please pin. Hey, Logan, do we have Windybank's full name? I zoned out for a lot. Lol. If it's in the court record, I shall share the name fact shortly. I don't think he's said it. Let me check to see if it's in our court record. Oh, there we go. So we have Susato, Sherlock, Iris, Pop. Oh, it's because of shooting? Because he said he's gonna pop off. So is that like a reference to the sound of a gun? Pop. Windybank was named in Japan like Blam, gunshot. The proprietor of a pawnbrokery on Baker Street that is regularly patronized by Mr. Holmes. He has a very great sense of responsibility to his clients. Yeah, it had not been mentioned, but there it is. It's Pop Windybank. And over on YouTube, by the way, Dermot says only one left. One spoiler clip left. Will it be happening tonight? Oh, here we go. We got a name fact from Queen Katie. So we got some trivia here. Let's take a look at this. Written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vera, said, Windybank is a name used in a Sherlock Holmes story, A Case of Identity. Okay, so he's a Sherlock Holmes character. In the art book, Kazuya Nuri states that Windybank's design was based on a certain character's image, as requested by Shu Takumi. Windybank bears a strong resemblance to Jabez Wilson, the pawnbroker in the 1984 Sherlock Holmes TV adaptation of The Red-Headed League. Okay, we got to see how similar this is. So it's Jabez Wilson. Jabez Wilson. See if we can find a picture of this. Oh, it's a character. Oh, darn it. Okay, so that's not the name of the actor. So I can't really look up what the actor looked like. His given name in Japanese, Hatch, comes from Hachi, which means 8. I know that one. Hachi. A pawn shop in Japanese is Shichiya, and when written as that, Shichi, that means 7, right? Means 7. His full English name may be a play on pop in the bank, with pop being an informal British term for pawning something. I didn't know that was a term for pawning something. I'm gonna choose to still believe it's for shooting himself. It's a pun for popping himself in the head. It's for popping a cap, so to speak. Radiant is over on YouTube. Radiant, how you doing? Say hi, Logan. Radiant, how you doing? We've just been talking this gentleman here down from shooting himself multiple times. How are you doing? Derma says, were this the spirit of justice, his name would be Sue Aside. Yes, and it would be awful, and I'd be complaining. This is more subtle. This is slipping it in there a little bit. But thank you very much. Oh, hang on. It's Logan Clipper. Oh, it's Pizza Tower. Watch, I hit him. Stop and look at it. And yes! I'm like, oh, I won. I put my controller down. I'm cheering, and then he kills me.
I beat him. I let go.
I didn't know there's a second phase. He gets all of his life back. Back when my walls were still yellow instead of off-white. Thank you very much for the clip roulette, whoever did that. Okay, I should play some game. I should get back in the game. Again, tonight, I do apologize. Tonight has just been a blur to me. Like, I don't know anything that's happening. I'm not gonna remember any of this. I don't know why my brain is so cloudy and hazy today. Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Shen's latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you on my life. I just really want to shoot myself. I've been looking for any excuse for this, please. Please, let me do this. Let me. This is all very strange. Pawnbrokery! Oh, right. Into my butt. I wonder, could I ask you something? Oh, a gentleman from the East, I say. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? But your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. Please do not ask the girl to take off her clothes here. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic, Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say.
Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting.
Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Because she's worth more than us. Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London.
Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan in 2 months of secure stowage. And in that time, they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest. Their items are happily returned.
But what happens if they don't pay you the money?
He keeps it and sells it.
Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me.
So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed then?
That's right, ma'am, that's right, which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should the customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all.
The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity. You're not ending it all. I believe in an afterlife. You will be punished for suicide. I consider that a sin. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us it was all a good day to die it was a good day to die only this morning. And
And let us not forget that I've already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs.
Has he emptied his gun? Did he take all of his bullets away? Oh, what sort of measures?
I engineered a simple device, which Mr. Windybank has installed here in his shop.
And it's gonna stop him from shooting him? Say, he had that gun up to his head. Finger on the trigger, man.
I call it the Red-Handed Recorder.
Oh, it's probably because, is this a reference to the Red-Headed League or whatever? Red-Handed Recorder?
Is that not so, Mr. Windybank?
Is it something? Oh, so it's probably not to prevent him from suicide. It's to prevent him from an item getting sold before it should? Is it like a really old-timey version of a security camera? Maybe it's like takes a photo of a crook? Huh. What was that deep sigh about? Oh, so much more. We're 2 hours in this chapter. Nobody is dead. How is nobody dead 2 hours in? Red-handed recorder. What on earth is a red-handed recorder?
Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling.
Huh?
Ah, I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device.
Say 1107 on it?
Very astute. It is indeed a camera, furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop.
Here, I have an example I can show you. Are we gonna put this into a court record for a file or a case that doesn't even have a crime?
Ah, yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter.
That's 4 o'clock a.m. So you got the skull, a doll, scales, picture of a dog. Quill, book, another picture down here, looks like a snowman, probably a Christmas card.
I developed a special type of film so sensitive, it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness.
Really? That's extraordinary.
Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look!
Oh, it was a cat. It was a picture of a cat.
So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would summarily be exposed.
Unless he does it in less than a half hour.
But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals?
Indeed, as you say, my dear madam.
Then what if the incident were to occur in between times?
One could only say that would be a cruel twist of fate.
I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Windybank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word.
It's the cost of the film. So I need to read some more in the chat. These characters are whimsical and fun. But oh my gosh, nothing is happening. Nothing. I'm sure this will all be important. This will all be important later. But chat, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Were you guys looking forward to this case? Queen Katie, do you have a guide that says how long this first part is? How long is it? Or is it just one paragraph saying, lots of cutscene, nothing happened, next part? Fear says, Windybank is my goat. Is Oak here? I know went to bed. Rip Oak, you would have loved Windybank. Crystal said, why be good when we can save money, /HJ. Oh, wait, no, Crystal already was here. Wait, hang on. Oh, Crystal posted for a watch streak. I think I skipped it because I thought that was a TTS saying I can buy something for cheaper. I'm sorry, but I would not inform you of its price. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like a good deal. So yeah, if I feel sympathy for the person, then maybe or even if it was like not a child or an elderly person, but someone who's like, I have to sell all these things for my cancer treatments. I need money so desperately. I'm dying. I'm dying. I need money. Then I'd be like, oh crap, this is a lot more valuable than you're trying to sell it for. Let's see. And Vera says, yup. And Crystal says, in this economy. And Vex says, hello, I am late because it was sister's birthday. Went well, full of cake. Happy birthday to your sister. Also, speaking of birthdays, we got to remember next time Tiff comes in, we got to sing happy birthday. But welcome, Vex. Let's see, also, I think wait, how close am I to catching up? Vex says, trigger warning, this guy is very blatantly suicidal. Content warning, suicidality in a decidedly distasteful way. And Vera says, oh yeah. Quigita says, please pin, trigger warning, this guy has an animation coming up that might be triggering, mainly suicidal. And Vera says, see, I would, but I want Logan to be surprised. I was very surprised at that. Let me take a look over the YouTube chat. Let's see. Scroll up. Radiant says, I'm a bit late, but at least I was able to show up. I agree. I mean, I've said this before when people try to apologize for being late. It's like, no, you're like Gandalf. You're a wizard. A wizard is neither early nor late, but arrives precisely when you intend to. Radiant says, how was the Pragmata stream? It went well. Like, from a technical aspect, I think I have decided I'm going to need to do most of the levels like off stream, because there is a lot of big, long stretches where it's just combat after combat after combat. So we shall see, but I enjoyed it. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of Pragmata. And Derma says, good to see you, Radiant. Radiant says, you too, Dermo. And Derma said, I fear the day when he makes stubs his toe. Radiant says, toe stub. Hollow Knight stream tomorrow. I forgot the schedule again. It is. In fact, I'm hoping we're going to finish the game tomorrow, so that might be kind of exciting. And I do have Silk Song, so I could eventually play that as well. But I think we might finish Hollow Knight. Derma says, what could he do, though? Make him a bulletproof hat? I need to dip. I do. Bye, Dermo. That was sudden. I'm so sorry I had to leave. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I mean, I was going to assume that he replaced the bullets with blanks, but even at like point blank range, that could still hurt you. Maybe he took out the ammo, took out the little hammer pin thing that like hits the bullet to make him fire. And Radiant says, goodbye, Dermo. Nice seeing you again. I was about to ask, will you play Silk Song after finishing Hollow Knight? We will. I don't know when exactly, but at some point, eventually. It's on the list. I have a large backlog list of games. All right, let's play some more of this chapter where nothing happens. Oh, what was the last thing he said? I clicked too soon. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one, but 2 cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless pins every single day. You know what you could do? You could make a game out of it. Set your watch or whatever to the time right before it goes off, and then go over there and pose, and then the next half hour pose, but like a little bit different, and see if you can make like a flip book out of you changing poses every half hour. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us. Need to clean my face before I shoot my brains out. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. The very thing! Thank you, Mr. Windybank! Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop. I guess Queen Katie was right. That's slang for pawn. Pop. Like my name. Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I'm just looking for an excuse. This is a cry for help. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. He's not waving it around. He has one target in mind. His mind, soon out of his mind. Fear not. Sorry? I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. I mean, at least he's considerate. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you, then. Try not to kill yourself, Mr. Windybank. Ta-ta. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. Chat, if this guy ends up being the murder victim, are we just going to assume it was suicide? Are we going to make a joke out of that? You know, the last case, there wasn't even an actual murder. It was just an accident. Maybe this case, it will be suicide. That's assuming he's the victim. So, Mr. Naruhodo, we haven't met enough characters, but somebody's got to die. Somebody needs to die or do some killing.
Now we can explore it less.
Yay! Hi, Mr. Windy Bank. I'm gonna spend the remaining 45 minutes of the stream just clicking on things. Wait, why is the game not? Oh, it does this sometimes. There we go. Again, I'm guessing this might be a Nickelodeon. I want to see if I'm right about that.
Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does?
It seems to have 2 little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you're looking at is a stereoscope. That's like similar. It just depends if you got a nickel to put in it.
A stereoscope! Fascinating!
It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself.
Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. What's in there? Oh, it's a horse. What is that horse doing?
Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you'll need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today.
All right, then. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to cross my eyes. Try to cross my eyes. Did it work? Yeah. That's beautiful! Mr. Naruhodo, you must see! At once!
Oh, all right then. Huh. So I need to be cross-eyed? Like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Okay, let's cross my eyes. Are you ready? I'll try and actually do this. Let's see if it works. Oh, it works! However, you don't want to cross your eyes. They did it wrong. They had the images reversed. You don't want to cross your eyes toward each other. You want to wall your eyes out a little bit. Do a thing where you look past it until the images go over each other. It's like a what do you call those? The stereogram or magic eye. So chat, if you can't do this, here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to take your computer, your device or whatever, put your nose up to the screen right on the line going down the center here, like right in this line. Don't focus, just look past the image. So you're not like trying to look at what's on the screen, look past it. Slowly pull your head away. And the images, you might have to like intentionally kind of squish them further together. Hopefully you can do that with your eyes and get them to go together. And if you do, I gotta get farther away to do it again. Then, there we go. I was able to do it a second ago, why can't I do it now? I know, I'll squish my eye, I'm gonna cheat. There we go! And then she's like closer. She's closer. Yay!
Oh my god, so you're telling me I crossed my eyes until I got a headache for nothing?
Yes. Like I said, they did it reverse. They did it wrong. You don't want to cross your eyes for this one. You want to, because crossing your eyes is where you try and look at like your nose. You're trying to focus on something here. You actually want to focus on something much farther past that image, the way they did that. Does that make sense? So yes, they did it incorrectly. So did you do that when you were playing the game or like just now? But yes. Well, hang on, when this game came out, Queen Katie, earlier, did you say this was on the DS or the 3DS? Did this already have 3D in it? But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I am sorry. And I concur, though. Crossing eyes gives me a headache as well. I'm not very good at it. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. No, you do it wrong. I don't believe it! It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They're often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Oh, hang on, we got a pin message. Written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vera, said 3DS. Okay, so did they do something where it merged them and it made it like 3D on your screen or something like that? Actually trying to do the cross-eye before I did it the right way earlier is giving me a bit of a headache. My eyes kind of hurt. I don't usually try to force myself cross-eyed. It's unpleasant. I should read some more comments in the chat, though. Let's see. Queen Gita said, then make a less vague trigger warning. I don't know how to word it. Probably more vague. Less vague would mean more specific, like more detailed. And then Queen said, never mind, he's about to see it. I don't have bits anymore. Lol. Magpie says, I think the trigger warning should be pinned. Agree. Well, because the problem is if he fires the firing pin from the trigger. There's a joke there, I'm sure. Vera said, lol, dang it, I was thinking whether I should or not. Queen says, they really said, let's make an entire animation for just this one guy that was before Spirited Justice, by the way, with Inga's running animation. Oh, I wonder if that was the same running animation. Maybe they gave him the same, what do you call it, like bones for the rigging or something? It looked very similar. Vera said, took too long. Queen says, oh, hey, have we gotten Windy Bank's full name yet? Making sure. Wait, case 1 was 2 months ago? I mean, about that. We're like 20 streams in. And we stream like 2 times a week on average, not every single time because I was sick a little bit and I missed a couple of streams like for my mom's birthday and stuff like that. So if you figure that's 10 weeks, that's over 2 months. Like 20 streams, that's over 2 months. We've been playing a long time. Let me take a look over at YouTube chat. Let's see. Radiant says, what the frick is a quarter circle? I mean, stereoscope, sorry, I tapped into another reference. I don't know what a quarter circle is. I assume that's just like a piece of pie with a 90-degree angle. Frilzy says, it's too blurry, I can't make out the image. Aww. Radiant says, it's hard to see them like that. What the heck? I'm sorry if you had a hard time with it. It's easier like on smaller images. Like that's why I was having to pull myself back a bit. But yes, I hope, did anyone get it to work properly for you? And then Radiant says, so considering this schedule, bro does 10 streams a month of a specific game, because we do 4 streams a week, roughly 4 weeks in a month-ish. So that's about 16 streams. Yeah. So you no, it should be 10 streams a month. Hang on. So 16. It's about 8 for an individual game. So it's about 16 total, 8 per game. For 2 months would then be 32 streams of all streams. Wait, no. Yeah, 32, and then that would be about 6. Okay, so it's a little over 2 months then. A little over 2 months then. Yeah. Anyway, a little over 2 months. My apologies, Radiant. Let me play some more of the game. I need a sip of water. Let's see. Owen Vera says, see, Logan could be nice. Aquia says, I feel like if Logan dressed up like Herlock, he would make for the perfect Herlock Holmes. I don't have his floofy hair. I would need like a wig or something. I wish my hair would floof like that. We've talked about that when we saw like Maruki in Persona 5. I wish I had floofable hair. But the problem is like, not only do I have a gargantuan forehead, but all of my hair like wants to go up. Like none of it goes out like that. It wants to go up and it's very straight. And then Vera says, I believe that cosplay Sholmes. Queen said, it's the way he acted just now. Literally peak Sholmes. And Vera says, I love you, Windy Bank. Queen says, Oak missed out on such a fun time. Oh, such fun attempted suicides. Let's get back in the game for more fun, making light of that sort of thing. They're often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them.
Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic?
It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present, shall we? We shall save this lesson for another day.
It's not too complicated. It's that they take pictures from the same subject from 2 slightly different angles, which kind of mimics how your eyes look at things. And so then when you blend the images together in one, it produces an illusion of depth. It just works. It has the cameras acting the same way your eyes do for depth perception.
Oh.
That probably wasn't a good explanation, though. And that was just the first thing we clicked. Oh, what is this thing? Okay, let's click that. Oh, it has its own picture. Okay.
Look at this! Whatever could it be used for?
Well, it's got 2 circles there. I'm guessing you either put your eyes through it to look at something, or maybe it winds tape. Maybe it's like an audio recorder? I have no idea. Okay, no, that doesn't look like it'd be for winding magnetic tape. It almost looks like it accordions out. It might be a camera for taking daguerreotypes.
There's a small catch just here.
Oh, guess what's gonna be a catch? It's gonna pop into a full-on camera. We're gonna open it, aren't we?
We're gonna open it. We're gonna open it right now.
Oh, no, I was wrong. It doesn't accordion out, it just clicks open like... Oh, it's another stereoscope thing that you put like the pictures on it and you move the thing. Okay, it's like a portable one.
Oh my, that's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism.
It's like a, crap, what was it? They used to be like a toy There was basically this, it's not a viewfinder, it's you guys know what I'm talking about? And you'd have the little round discs, and you click the thing, and it rotates, and it has the two images. What was it called? There's a toy, I don't know what it's called. Please, somebody tell me you remember this. Which we'll never manage to put back in the way it was before. Huh? What are you two doing? Why, us? Nothing! No, nothing at all! Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere, perhaps even just a few feet away. I love when we have to act dumb because the game doesn't know what order we're gonna do things. Calendar! That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th April, today's date. Tax day in the United States.
Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date.
Why not wait till morning?
The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank.
That makes me think something's gonna happen at midnight. Or before midnight, because then a calendar page won't have been torn. That'll be evidence later. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before?
Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you say. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say.
Hope if this is spanned over several days, we come back, it'll be a different date on there. Unless he does die. Again, he's the only person we've met. Somebody needs to drop dead soon.
Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job.
All right, what else? What else can we click? What else? Oh, the bookshelves. Quick look at I should have checked to see if we can click the thinker specifically.
What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, watches, thinkers, almost anything you could care to imagine.
Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker.
What does that really mean, though?
When you pawn, or colloquially, pop, an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in a shop for sale at a price of his choosing.
Oh, yes, now that you've explained it, just like he explained it earlier, I'm noticing little price tags on everything.
Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow.
My treasured university uniform, never! It embodies my student spirit. Surely in the second game I will not wear an alternate costume. Okay, and that was the thinker, yeah, as well. What else we got? We got things up here. We got this stuff. No, can we look at this? This is brightly colored. It looks like it's a musical thing. You probably crank it and makes music, I bet.
Look at this! What could this lovely big shiny box be?
That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country.
Oh my, yes! Oh, but I've certainly never seen one so large before.
Huh. Shall we listen a while?
Is this going to be important? Is this going to be one of those things that by the end of this case, I'm going to be so sick and tired of hearing?
Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels.
I've never heard anything like it before in my life.
This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played.
My goodness! What a simply delightful machine!
Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course.
Bruce Wayne had one of those in his Batcave. Ah. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace.
Who's saying this? What, only tuppence for it? That ain't fair and you know it. What?
Is it gonna be one of the two characters we saw in the last chapter who didn't do anything?
The article is barely worth a penny, miss.
It's the lady who was saying that. It's probably, is this Whitney Bank?
The article is barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more.
Ooh, what was that? Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Crap, are there things I didn't click? I didn't get to click like the skull on the counter and anything. I didn't know that would advance the story. This lady.
Oh, come on then, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it?
Wait, hang on. Butcher. Oh! Is it Gina Lestrade? She was the one who would say butcher at things before, right? Is it Gina Lestrade?
I've seen all I need to see, young girl.
Hey, it's Gina Lestrade! Oh, she has a new coat. I think that's a new coat. I don't think that's the color of what she was wearing before. Wait, don't we know? Oh, I'm sure I recognize her. But all white people look the same to me.
Oh my yes! It's the young lady from Mr. McGilda's trial 2 months ago.
Yay. I need to save. I don't think I've saved my game in a long time. Save. And I'll read some more in the chat. Let's see. Vera said, know that he almost became a ribbon herald. This guy? Him? Okay, so in that case, he's probably not going to be the victim then. If he was your ribbon herald, I needed a better voice for him then. What would you want his voice to sound like? Said it was so hard to pick. Queen said, really? Vera said, yeah. Queen says, amazing. And there was a pinned message earlier. Vera said, everyone is so zoned out today. I know, like, I am too, and I don't know why. Like, everything is just like this blur. It's like there's a mesh over my brain. Quickly says, it's the season. And there's some name facts earlier. Said, thank you, Logan and Vera. Vera salutes. Crystal with a shout out. Thane laughing. Said, lurk, sorry I'm not as chatty as much these past few streams. I can feel my wisdom tooth. Oh, even though it's not fully out yet. And so uncomfortable. I'm sorry, Crystal. I hope you'll be able to get it properly extracted soon. Oh. Quickly says, oof, get well soon, Crystal. I hope I never have to deal with wisdom tooth soon. Vera says, take it easy, Crystal. And a timestamp from Queen Katie, 2 hours, 6 minutes. I'm still like over 25 minutes behind. Queen Katie said, we're not even halfway in page 1. That makes sense, because like, again, nothing is happening. Nothing at all tonight. This stream is just a wash. Vera says, I think it will take until an hour into next stream. And Quiggy says, and there's a grand total of 8 pages for this case. I guess all the complaints about this game going by too fast are just out the window now. Vera says, I remember a lot of stuff happening. If it's suicide, it'd be the quickest case ever. I don't know. We've had mysteries before where it's been suicide. It's still taking a long time. Radio said, what's up, kiddo? How you doing, Radio? How is life treating you? Are you doing well? So good to see you. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. Let me take a look over to YouTube chat. Radiant says, considering there are 20 Ace Attorney streams in the span of 2 months, so I was estimating. I guess it was probably more like 2.5 months or something like that. But ish, somewhere around that neck of the woods. Radiant said, a kaleidoscope, Logan? Well, not quite a kaleidoscope, because a kaleidoscope is the one where you're looking through a thing up in the light, and you see a triangle of an image, but it has mirrors on it, so it makes it look like a full circle, and you spin it, and it makes little, like, snowflake-looking patterns. What I'm thinking of, let me try and Google this. It is a Viewmaster. That's what it's called. Okay, I thought it was Viewfinder. A Viewmaster. A Viewmaster toy. Like if you Google it, it's like a little red gizmo that it has. Like you have 2 things for your eyes, and they put like this orange. They're not orange. Why did I say orange? Round card in it, and it has all these images, and they're opposites on either side. And so when you rotate, it's like you see the 2, and it like puts them in the lens, and it like blends them together, and it creates 3D looking images. And but you have to like hold it up to light for the light to shine through, because basically like a photo negative type of a thing. It has no like a power and no electricity. So that's what it's a Viewmaster. There! And the Radiant says it has multiple images, but it would still count as what you're describing. Multiple of the same image. Kaleidoscopes are still great too. But it was a Viewmaster is the thing, apparently, I was trying to think of. I'll read a couple more comments over because I'm caught up on YouTube now. Let me read some more on Twitch. Magpie says, quote, "You must view the image cross-eyed. Tell me this was made for the 3DS without telling me it was made for the 3DS." Can we get to say, I wonder if it worked better with 3DS's weird 3D technology then. Quigita says, "Isn't this the maid from Case 3? Those are her braids." Oh, maybe it was. The juror maid, right? Huh, Magpie says, yes, I would need to go back and look. And Vera says, "I did when I played the game. I blocked it out of my brain." And Quigita says 3DS. And Radio says 3Ds. 3Ds not! Quigita says in all caps, "Wait, I'm looking at the Japanese 3DS version of this and it was a combined version of the images. So I guess they did make use of the actual 3D feature back then, but you can't tell because it's a video." I mean, at least now, like they found a way to work it to like still have the effect because you could still do it. I backed up enough that I was able to do it and it worked. So that was a clever way to deal with the 3D element without the 3D in it. It's kind of like, have you guys seen, I can't remember which Zelda game it was. It was one of the ones that was just on the DS. I want to say it was like, I don't know if it was Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass or one of those games where there was a bit where like, you see, you have the two screens and there's a thing where you had a thing up here and a thing down here and you're supposed to insert the one into the other to like unlock a door. And so what you had to do was like manually like close the DS and open it up. And so then of course like that, then they came out with a 2DS, which doesn't like open and shut. And it's like, well, how do you do that? I'm sure they probably just had it where you click it. But still, Quita says, "Oh my gosh, they did use the 3D slider." Keyboard slam, "This is the most meta thing ever. Here's what Herlock literally says." And Radio says, "I miss music boxes." I assume they still sell them, but yeah, they're not nearly as common anymore, especially not now that everybody has just phones. You can mimic stuff. Quita says, "I assume they had to rehaul this entire thing in the combined version because any platform besides the 3DS wouldn't have had a slider." And Crystal says, "Dang, this part is that long?" And Quita said, "Yeah, we're still not at the halfway point of page 1. Oh, and Vero with some raid suggestions. Thank you very much, Vero. Oh crap, yeah, because we're past the 2.5 hour mark. Thank you, Vero, for being on the ball about that. We'll need to keep an eye out for these for later on when we reach the 3 hour mark. So if anyone else wants to keep an eye out for raid suggestions, we've got a couple now. But at the pace we're going, these people might both be offline by the time we reach. Ah! Oh, it's Nora! Wait, no, it's Quick 80 who did that. Was it to let you know Nora's here? What? Welcome. Do I need to look at the bottom of the chat? Oh, it said, "Logan, you missed the quote I posted from Herlock?" Wait. Scroll up. It didn't go through. Oh, wait, no, it did. It did. I just missed it. Oh, crap. I accidentally clicked the game. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? I could have sworn that was not here, but there it is. You're right. I'm so sorry, Queen Katie. No, it is there. It says, what Herlock said in the Japanese version to Susato: "It might be a good idea to bump up your 3D slider to on." What a meta thing to say that somehow sounds more insane than just crossing your eyes. For the handheld one, it makes sense because that one you would actually use a slider to move the image like closer and farther away from you. So that was on a slider. Maybe they just changed what gizmo it was used for. Maybe in like the Japanese version on the 3DS, maybe it was originally that thing, and then they added the more upright, larger Nickelodeon-looking one or something. So thank you, Queen Katie, for catching that. I don't know how I missed that. My sincere apologies to you. But okay, we're getting a flashback now to Gina Lestrade. Because she went and hung out with Iris for a while. I was hoping they'd be like best bud, weird girl friends, but she's back now. Her name is Gina Lestrade, me lord. She's a chancer, earns her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. So she probably brings in things here to pawn them and get money for them and then just leaves them there. Oh yeah, you had to show that. Had to show the violence. Wait, what does Gordon Bennett mean? Is that an exclamation? Is that code for swearing? I don't want to say it out loud in case it is. I didn't click anything. I moved my mouse across. You lot. Oh no, I gotta load my gun. Gotta shoot you, gotta kill you all.
Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well and will not murder me.
Hey, what? You remember me then, do ya?
Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure.
So what are you doing in here? Down and out like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come to pop that black weasel. Sorry, coat, have ya?
What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone want to comment on it? Ah, good day. Unless I am much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Wait, but she still had it. I thought Iris would have gotten it back by now.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes, no, not you. Oh no, I'm going to have to kill you now.
So you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windybank on your behalf.
Pull the other one. I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. That's right, D. Ask me what a D is. Ask me what a D is.
What's a D?
D's nuts. Boom. Yeah, D's nuts. I mean, I don't have them, but I assume you do. Probably have them. At least one. Get out of my business. Go on or I'll make trouble for ya.
As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. Oh, he's really done it. He's gone.
I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here.
What is that thing he has in his hand? I mean, not the hand with the gun, the other hand. Oh, it's got to be a disc for the music machine. Some kind of metal disc.
And you, go on, leave me alone. Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest.
We're surprisingly understanding of crooks. I want them to be best friends. I want them to become friends. Susato-san can really stand her ground when she wants to.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, I want to keep examining stuff. Later, lady. I wasn't done clicking things yet. Oh, the game's doing this thing again. I gotta, there we go. Look at the skull. I want to look at the skull. Oh, I can't. I can look at the scales, though. Look at Mr.
Gordon Bennett is an English-language idiomatic phrase used to express surprise, contempt, outrage, disgust, frustration or exasperation. Thought to derive either from the controversial reputation of James Gordon Bennett Jr., which I would Google further but am lazy.
Well, I am not lazy. I will Google him. I will Google him. James Gordon Bennett Jr., an American publisher. Let's see, American publisher. The publisher of the New York Herald, founded by his father, James Gordon Bennett Sr., who immigrated from Scotland. He was generally known as Gordon Bennett to distinguish himself from his father. Okay, that's all I'm seeing. And headline articles that say, like, the fabulously eccentric life of James Gordon Bennett Jr. So I'm sure there's more to it than that, but I wasn't able to see just from the little blurb from the Wikipedia link there. But thank you very much, viewer, for the 10 bits and for the explanation on that. Look at Mr. Windybank, watching diligently over his shop. There are still so many things I'm curious about.
I don't believe this is a time for browsing, Mr. Naruhodo.
We should probably see whether that argument's been resolved yet, I suppose. Anything else to click? Can I click on him? No, I don't want to talk to him yet. I don't want to talk to him yet. So if I have to talk to someone, I want to present her my armband. Check us out, lady. Would you have a look at, that's strange. Oh crap, where'd my armband go? Crap, where'd my arm go? I have no arm.
What's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose. You're looking for this?
Yes, but how? And when? And how again?
I've got a talent for it, haven't I? Diving.
That's bordering on black magic. And it makes what I was about to say about my armband seem a little dull.
So what you want to tell me about it then?
It used to belong to Kazuma. It's a Kazuma band. Kazuma. Okay, so what conversations do we have here? Pawnbroker's customer. I guess we'll be back to her because we got to talk to her eventually. So let's examine. Let's talk to you again. And let's see these things. And then, yeah, we got like 15 minutes. Nobody's gonna die tonight. Why can't someone die tonight? Miss Lestrade's disc.
Mr. Windibank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface.
Oh, it's a music. Crap, what voice was I even doing? I'm still not happy with it.
It's a music disc, you see, for use inside a music box.
In a music box?
What? You don't even know what a music box is? Tisk, you Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh?
I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of these discs before.
The small protrusion on the metal disc encodes the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays.
It's so incredible! Tell us what tune is on this disc.
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you say. British-made, German-made, Swiss-made, French-made, Belgian-made, Italian-made, Austrian-made, Spanish-made, Bosnia-Herzegovinian-made. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for.
I see.
And that's it, in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny.
It's a pack of lies! He told me he did! He said it was
Just a little bit too much information, but referring to someone else.
He? Who? Never you mind! It just ain't right, that's all! That disc is worth good money, I know it is!
Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you?
I have a sinking feeling he is going to end up killed, and the police are going to suspect Gina, and we're going to have to defend her. Because they had a spat now. Gina Lestrade.
She's been in before, of course. This little tatterdemalion.
Such interesting words.
I see. And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add.
Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me.
So, is there something...
Oh, so is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today? Probably that she stole it or something.
Well, if it were that simple.
Sorry, what do you mean?
What she actually brought in was a storage ticket.
A storage ticket? So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right?
Huh. That's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs sorting.
All right, yes, that is definitely dubious.
The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But as she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her.
Well, what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windibank.
A gun. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am.
Oh, it's the coat that we see her in, that she didn't have before.
It's the overcoat that she redeemed.
Is it going to be part of some tragic backstory, like it's her dad's overcoat or something like that? Oh!
What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine! It is mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this?
The disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price.
Oh my goodness. I should have talked to her first, apparently. In fact, let's go do that. Just to break up the monotony of talking to this gentleman here. Let's go back and talk to her about whatever the heck she was wanting to talk about. Where was she? Okay. Converse! Pawnbroker's customer! Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Why not? It makes sense.
Yeah, well, I am all right. I'm a Londoner just like everyone else. That problem is it?
No, not at all. It's just that, well...
Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got on the dive, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase.
That's an actual person who is still alive today. Is that a stage name? Is he named after British slang? Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. Less Chevy Chase, though. More Steve Martin, maybe Dan Aykroyd.
You're not gonna deny it, Mr. Naruhodo?
All right, then. I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people?
Well, don't know how to best answer that, really.
Suppose sometimes.
Oh, you're not gonna deny it either, Miss Lestrade.
But not this time, all right? The thing belongs to me.
The disc that Mr. Windybank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Okay, I gotta go back over to him again. Examine him and then Windybank. Come on, last thing. Talk about new article to pawn. The disc. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. I need to read some chat. You guys, I am enjoying this game, but holy cow, this is almost 3 hours of nothing happening. I'm sure it's all gonna be important later, but it's three hours of this chat. Let's see. Vera says, oh, I tried. Quick hit with the timestamp, 2 hours, 34 minutes. Magpie says, I remember Viewmasters. Radio said, I've been well, just living out my life in the normal. Hope you've been well, Robo. And then Crystal with a couple of raid suggestions as well. Thank you very much, Crystal. I will copy these over into my text file, along with Vero's from earlier. Thank you. I hope I'm not like complaining too much. But it just like, I don't know. I want things to happen in a game. I still like this game. I'm not gonna like claim it's a bad game, but it's been a lot of nothing. Crystal says, hello, Radio. Radio says, you know, I changed my name from Robo to Robro. Oh, you did! Since I started saying Robro to you. Oh, I didn't even notice that. It just says Radio Robro. How? That's awesome! The radio says, hello, Crystal. Quita says, Logan missed the quote I said. Logan, you missed the quote I posted from her. Like, I'm sorry. There's Nora. Raid suggestion. Some random person named Nora. Who's that? I don't know. Seems pretty cool. I don't know. Nora, the master of self-promotion. I will add that over to the options here, Nora. But I hope your stream is going well. Quita says, lol, at least you got it now, Logan. And then Vera says, oh my gosh, McGill did how I miss you. Oh, I'm almost caught up now. Over on YouTube chat. And Radiant just says, everything made. Yeah, Swiss, French, German, it's everything made. Okay, let's get back into this bigger. We at the very least need to have some moment that does feel like a good ending point for this never-ending cutscene when we reach the 3-hour mark. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you'll say. For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care as I understood it. That's right, yes, and rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, so the music disc was in the pocket? Oh, you mean... Also, looking at the side the buttons are on, that is definitely a men's coat because it has the buttons on the right-hand side and the holes on the left.
What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady?
Yeah, that's why I'm staring at you. You're not a lady.
Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it?
If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am.
And she immediately tried to pawn it.
For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think.
Give it up, I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would.
Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place?
Gonna be her dad. Or her Oni-chan.
Well... me?
It doesn't really appear to be your size.
Me old man It's me old man, ain't it? It's me dad. He left to go get milk. But we don't have milk here in Britain. We don't even have cows.
Is it Miss Lestrade?
Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Oh, are things happening? Oh, it was out of my way. Okay, I don't know. Out of my way, please. Who's saying that? Oh, The top hat reminds me of, what was the guy's name from JoJo Part 1? Something Zeppeli? Who is this picture postcard English gentleman?
Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to do the Yusuke voice of a British, so Yusuke.
Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm question mark.
What's your problem, eh?
There is no problem. No,
Do with the British accent.
no problem. As long as you remove yourself, I've a matter to discuss with the proprietor.
I lose some of the Yusuke-ness. If I give the British accent.
And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve.
I assume it's like a tan-year hide. He's gonna smack her.
Oh, look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line.
Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice see if I.
His Yusuke voice was more down here, as well as a pickpocket.
It's hard to do a British accent when I'm talking out of the bottom of my neck.
Hey? Who are you? How do you know who I am?
The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems.
How what? You mean I? From you?
Broker?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, yes, I can't remember the voice again.
I believe this filthy pocket thief, has just redeemed an article from you know.
Oh, yeah, yes. So was it his redemption article?
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh, my. No, it's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel, and needless to say... Any music box discs too?
No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine.
Is that maybe her dad?
Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo.
I mean, they're both blonde.
This is a very awkward situation.
Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. That's safe. We don't even have that guy's name yet. We should check to see if he's in the court record. I don't think it's so, because it still says question mark. It probably waits to spawn in there until we get an actual name out of him. Court record. People! Yep, still not there. We still got Gina Lestrade, a young pickpocket who we first met during a trial 2 months ago. She and Iris have become friends. Oh, they are friends from Friends Since. Hey, awesome. I need to fully catch up to chat. We're like 45 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. We very understandably have very few lurkers at the moment, so I don't know if we're even gonna do a raid tonight. Because nothing is happening. Oh my gosh. I should read some chat. I should just read some chat. Radio says, Swiss cheese. Queen said, still not at the halfway point on page 1. This is the long boy. Vera said, yep, a lot of things happen. Oh my gosh, it's Mr. Egg. Mr. Egg? Magpie says, snobbiest voice you can come up with, Logan. Perfect, got in one. Pierce said he got your message telepathically. Quiggin said, quote, they're both blonde. Oh, so you're saying Herlock also related? Well, he's more of like he's like a strawberry blonde, I think. He's got like more of a brownish to it. These two, I'd have to take a look at him again. Maybe the other guy was more platinum blonde, I'm not sure. Says, also related, so is the Russian ballerina. Yeah, yes, they're all siblings. Vera says, yes. Thank you for the very pop stream. I had fun, a lot of witty dialogue, and they're 3 hours and 13 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night on Twitch. Looks like I'm still caught up over on YouTube. I do not know if we are going to have enough for a raid tonight. I gotta breathe a little bit. I will check, and we will see if we're gonna have enough for a raid. We're gonna take the person with the fewest number of viewers here, and see if we'll be able to. Oh, before I do any of that, hang on. It's been a while since I've done this. I gotta copy my link tree over to both chats. Oh, thank you, Toilet Duck. I think I did save, but I will save again just in case. I think I saved, but maybe I didn't. I might not have, actually, come to think of it. But I will do that. Thank you very much, Toilet Duck. But I'm gonna copy over our link tree into both chats. There it is on the Twitch chat. I'm gonna put this over into the YouTube chat as well. I did it earlier tonight, but it's been a little while. So for anyone who's lurking, that has all of our social media. I promise it streams normally more happens than this game tonight. But yeah, that has all of our social media, including a Discord invite, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all that good stuff. So check it out or ignore it as you see fit. So for our schedule, if anyone is still lurking, in which case, why? Again, nothing at all has happened. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We are right now alternating between this, our main game, and some shorter games. So we just got back into a little bit of Pragmata last stream. Tomorrow, we're going to hopefully, knock on wood, be finishing maybe Hollow Knight. So I think that'll be some very exciting, fun stuff. And then on Sunday, we're gonna pick up here where we're leaving off, and just, we're gonna hope against hope that maybe there will be stuff that happens. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we have enough to populate a raid over on the Twitch side. Here's our raid. Oh, it looks like Vera already put a raid message, but there it is again. So you can copy it over to your clipboard. I have a self-imposed, looks like we just barely reached my self-imposed minimum. So as long as nobody drops out, we will do a raid. Quiggin said, thank you for the very Viola stream. I hope you guys please come back next time. I promise something will happen. Something's gotta happen. There's been so long of something not happening. Something that has to happen. Radio says, have a good one, Logan. See you around, bro. Thank you for being here again. So good to see you. Hopefully, yeah, we will see you soon. Vera said, bye-bye, friends. Rest well, everyone. And then Vera said, this is the last time you'll see me? That'd be like the worst thing ever if Vera actually did disappear. And Rhea's like, one day I'm just gonna say that and never come back. Frulzy on YouTube says, remember the costumes. Thank you. I will go and do that in just a moment as soon as the raid is done. Thank you, Frulzy. And Radiant said, considering the stream is going to end soon, I'll tune out for now. Well, thank you for being here, Radiant. Thank you all for being here. So once again, tomorrow is hopefully the end. Well, not hopefully, but possibly the end of Hollow Knight. And then Sunday, we're gonna resume here with this new gentleman in the top hat and Gina Lestrade. Chris says, dog, Vero, what? Magpie says, good night, Logan. Oh, crap! We got a raid. Hang on, we got a raid. We gotta cancel our raid. We're about to raid out, and we just got raided. So hang on, I just canceled our raid. We had just a raid from Davini15. Thank you very much, Davini, for the raid. Can we get a quick shout out for Davini? Oh, here we go.
No.
I'm gonna have a sip of water while we're watching this. What is that? What was that? I don't even know what that was. It looked like a ping was attacking you. Welcome, Raiders. We were literally just about to raid out, so thank you for being here. Let me give a quick introduction. Hi, my name is Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We're right now playing this. This is our main game, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Oh, another shout out. Looks like a second shout out happened.
I just don't know, like, I was spectating you, but I don't know why you thought I would spectate you. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Are you watching Vile right now? Fire exit? Oh my god, he made it. Holy shit, he made it.
I can see swings of attack in there. Thank you again for the raid. What were you playing tonight? You played special events. What was your special event? So yes, welcome, Raiders. My name is Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. As I was saying, this is our main game. We're alternating with some other games, like last stream we played some Pragmata. Tomorrow we're possibly going to be finishing Hollow Knight. Sunday we're going to pick up where we're leaving off here. We just started the last case of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, the first game. Other games we played in the past include, we do a lot of like visual novels, RPGs. We played Danganronpa, a lot of Ace Attorney, a lot of Persona, Deltarune, Omori, stuff like that. So hi, welcome. Davini, trying to think, have we rated you before? Because like if you're doing special events, were you looking for Ace Attorney specifically? Did somebody recommend us for the raid? So welcome. Let me read what everybody is saying here. Let's see. Vera saying, he says, please come back. Vera says, I almost want to say no. Oh my gosh. Crystal says, oof. And there was a shout out laughing. Davini says, wait, what? Crazy stuff. And let's see. Radio said, Lethal Company. Heck yeah. I had a blast playing that game a few times with friends. I just wish that I had more times when all my friends wanted to play friend slot games like that with me. Vera said, I missed that game. Davini said, genuinely insane. You got 2 Lethal Company clips. Oh, because what games do you normally play? Said, game show thing my friend made. It's super cool. Awesome. A buddy of mine was playing something that a mutual friend of ours made. It was like a special homebrewed Pokemon game. But yes, we actually were just on the verge of raiding out. Let me give you one more time our link tree. I just posted this earlier and copied this over into YouTube, just in case anyone is lurking and wants to check it out. That's all of our social media. Because you're obviously not going to get much of an example of our playstyle here since we're winding down for the night. But thank you so much for the raid. Even if it was like right in at the very end. And Davini says, I play a lot of games. Wow, nice. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, and there was just the regular shout out. And Davini says, good night, good night. Yeah, so again, like seriously, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Everybody go check out Davini's stream. Please do. We're going to be raiding someone right now who is playing the 100 Line Last Defense Academy, which is a game we recently played. So here it is again. We're going to go ahead and populate this raid. Looks like Vera has just typed in our raid message, so you can copy that over to your clipboard. Thank you. Sorry that we're not able to like stick around more, but you got us right at the end. Again, thank you. Thank you, Davini. I know I've said thank you a whole bunch of times, but I do genuinely, sincerely, really appreciate the raid. If anyone who came into the raid wants to take off because you're like, all right, that was done, and I don't want to just keep hopping over from profile to profile, totally understandable. And Davini, if you need to take off, if you want to stick around for our raid, that'd be awesome. But if you need to take off as well, I totally understand. So, again, tomorrow, we're hopefully finishing Hollow Knight. Sunday, we're going to pick up where we're leaving off here. And then, yeah, so good times will be had by all. Thank you all for being here and for hanging out, even though this has been 3 hours of just one long cutscene today with nobody dying. This wonderful, whimsical game has had no dead bodies, which is just unacceptable. But I love and appreciate you all. Thank you all for hanging out with me. And my apologies, my brain has just been all fuzzy today. I have no idea why. I'm sure it'll be back to normal tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow for Hollow Knight, and then you have a wonderful Saturday, and see you Sunday for this. And yeah, I already gave all my spiel before, so now I just get to kill time by just talking about, like, you know, the weather is so weatherful. There's suns and precipitation and things like that. Okay, the raid's about to start in just a few more seconds here. So everyone on Twitch, thank you for being here. Enjoy the raid. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye, bye. And over on YouTube, looks like I'm still caught up over there. So again, thank you everyone on YouTube for being here and for hanging out as well. You guys are awesome. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night for some Hollow Knight, and then Sunday for some more Ace Attorney. So to everyone on YouTube and everyone watching the VOD in the future, good night as well.